is first as a Viking. Jennings first NFL touchdown.
With more than 24 HBCU players playing their way onto NFL rosters a year ago, today these prospects plan to keep their dreams alive and prove they are winners and ready for the next level. It's the final college game of the draft season and last chance to shine for scouts right now in the 5th annual All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl. From the great city of New Orleans, there's the Creole Queen, a prime example of swimming up the Mississippi River. And today in New Orleans at Yulman Stadium here on the campus of Tulane University, several players from historically black colleges and universities here at the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl hope to shine their way into the eyes of the scouts. I am Steve White here with Bucky Brooks and Charles Davis for the 5th annual All-Star Showcase of the best that HBCU football has to offer. And Bucky, what is the importance of this game?
It's just what you said. Best on best. This is a showcase game for the best HBCU prospects. A chance to go out and show scouts that they're worthy of being able to play, and what better way to do it on a big stage.
And people wonder why the extra game. You're already on tape, right? You've gone through the offseason stuff. Maybe one extra game, one extra play for some of those scouts who are advocating for these players might put them over the top with their individual teams.
And absolutely, Bucky, not a lot of no HBCU players going to the combine. So who are some impact players that you're looking to see today?
So when you talk to the scouts, they're going to tell you it's all about the defense at this game. Let's start with Eric Hunter, the outside linebacker from Morgan State. When you watch him, all MEAC player, he can do it in the box, he can do it in space. When you watch him on tape, you love the way that he covers range from sideline to sideline, makes plays in the box. He is someone that you definitely want to watch. But then, Quincy Ivory from Jackson State, all SWAC, Defensive Player of the Year. And when it comes down to the National Football League, it's about rushing the passer and creating splash plays. When you watch him on tape, he can do it from an upright stance, he can do it three-point stance. We're going to get a chance to see him show his versatility as a pass rusher today.
Bucky, you played both ways in the NFL. I noticed you took the defense to start. I'm going to flip it over to the other side of the ball. I'm going to start with a quarterback from North Carolina Central, Walker Harris, who's the MEAC Offensive Player of the Year. Got some honorable mention for All-American. Best part about his game, his ability to throw the football downfield. He can spin it. If you're a receiver, you're going to want to play with this guy. He can hit those shots in the seams. He can hit the outs. He can hit the swings. And if you play him too tight, he'll go over the top of your head and throw the ball deep. Now, a guy who would like playing with him, although he's on the other team, is the tight end from Alabama A&M, and that's Traviante Abner. An HBCU All-American this year, 35 catches, 3 touchdowns. Looks the part. Maybe looks more like a blocker, but he's an excellent receiver. Gets into the seams, averaged over 11 yards per catch last year, culminating with a 104-yard game against Tennessee State, including the game-winning touchdown catch.
Yeah, all these young men have had a great week of practice, but you know who's had the best week of practice? The 4th member of our team, and that is Sherry Burris. Let's send it to her on the sideline.
Hey, Steve. Well, South Carolina State head coach Chennis Berry has never missed a Legacy Bowl. Today marks his 4th as a co-head coach. Today he is with Team Gaithers. And speaking with him this week about this game in particular, he kept using the one word, opportunity. Through his experience with this game, he told me, quote, opportunities don't go away. They go to other people. And the opportunity of a lifetime only lasts a lifetime. The opportunity now, guys, is right now. And that was his message this week. Moments ago, Coach Berry in Team Gaithers' locker room, getting ready for showtime.
Win the effort battle, guys. Effort has nothing to do with talent. There's 4 key battles we win this football game, man. 4 key battles. Because the objective is to go 1-0. At the end of the day, yeah, it's an all-star game, but we're still trying to win the football game and put some on for your people, for yourself. All right? Every rep you take is an interview. All right, so we talk about 4 key battles, win the effort battle. Has nothing to do with talent. Play hard.
And Berry did coach his team to a Legacy Bowl win in 2023. He looks to have similar success with Team Gaithers today, Steve.
All right, well, thanks a lot, Sherry, and it's always great to hear Chennis Berry to get his guys fired up. Remember, the head coach of the Black National Champion South Carolina State Bulldogs has won every season, which is why he has been here for now his 5th straight season. So Team Robinson in the black uniforms will be getting the ball first So it looks like at quarterback, opening from Bethune-Cookman, will be Cam Ransom, guys, a left-handed quarterback. We've seen him all week long. Bucky, just some thoughts what folks can expect to see out of Ransom.
Look, Ransom's going to give you an opportunity to make plays in a variety of different ways. I look to see what he's done and continue to build on what he showed in practice. Get the ball to the playmakers, let them go to work. If he does that, he's going to have a very productive day.
All right, Andrew Brown from North Carolina. A&T is going to kick that off. He's going to kick the ball off, and deep for Team Robinson is Reggie Davis, a stalwart running back from Alcorn State. And guys, it's good he's also getting a chance to return, because as we know, a lot of these players from HBCUs, how they show out on special teams can be why and how they make rosters in the NFL. All right, Brown kicks it off. Davis signals the fair catch about the 3-yard line. So again, Team Robinson in the black uniforms will be taking over possession first in this game at the 20-yard line. Hey guys, we've been here all week, and Charles, let's start with you. When we're seeing some players on this offense for Team Robinson, and just the way some of these all-star games are played, what are some things that we should just kind of expect to see? More run, more pass?
I think more pass. A lot easier to get a team going with guys pass blocking, ball getting out of the hands of the quarterback. And in games like this, the slot receivers are often the guys that get the football a little bit more than others. They can make the quick move at the line of scrimmage. Cam Ransom can deliver. Right now, keep an eye. If number 17, Ronnie West, or number 3, Armand Harris is out there, keep an eye on those guys. They can get to the football very quickly and make plays.
All right, Ransom immediately under pressure gets rid of it. That looks like Noah Miles from Howard University, the edge rusher, coming off the right side, Bucky.
Yeah, you love that right out the gate. You see the first step quickness and burst, and then the closing ability to get to the quarterback. Way to disrupt the first play. Nice start.
And guys, one thing we've seen all week, the edge rushers and the defensive fronts clearly are the strength of both teams.
Yeah, a lot of these guys showing that nice get off. And what's been interesting for all week is a lot of the guys who are playing inside on defense are essentially edge rushers. That's what they played at their schools. They've had to sacrifice a little bit this week to work inside so they have a true four-man front.
All right, Ransom gets ready to take the snap. Hands the ball off there to Denario Davenport from Jackson State. Stacked up by number 40. We're going to call his name an awful lot on defense, and that's Eric Hunter, Bucky.
Yeah, Eric Hunter is someone that, I'll tell you, lead into the pregame. His ability to play in the box, his ability to get outside, be a sideline-to-sideline player, he is definitely going to be an impact player. And then you think Samuel Graham, the safety, he has the ability to come down. He's going to stuff the stats. Sacks, interceptions, forced fumbles. He did it all for Bowie State.
Big third down, guys, as you know. Keep an eye on number 11 in white coming off the right edge. And that's Michael Lunds from South Carolina State, another guy that showed pretty well all week long his ability to get to the quarterback.
All right, Ransom going to try to move the sticks here, takes the shotgun snap, immediately looks to his right, going deep.
Nice catch.
The tight end, Trey Adner, on the catch. The big tight end, Charles, you talked about him in the pregame.
Yeah, he has the ability to get downfield and be one of those tight ends who can run routes and defeat people in coverage. If you're a strong safety, it's hard to get through his size, but he runs better than you think. And Bucky, I thought that was a beautiful ball by Cam Ransom.
Yeah, Cam Ransom also a nice start. Put the ball right on the sideline, away from the defender. Nice start for this offense as they pick up a first down.
Because for me, real quick, Steve, Ransom, when we watched him throw, he's got big-time, powerful arm. I didn't see a lot of touch during the week. That was a beautifully touched feathered throw right there by Ransom.
Yeah, Ransom now taking Team Robinson 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line, takes the snap, gives it to Davenport. Again, a tough run. Big stop right there by number 29, Daylon Long out of Norfolk State with a big hit.
Look, if you watch practice, the 907 periods, you saw the defense dominate. Here we're just going to see the guy feel, quick read reaction, feel the lane, love the impact, love the force at the point of attack.
Yeah, that's the way Long loves to play. 62 tackles during the year, including 6.5 for loss. So you know he doesn't mind getting in the box and being close to the line of scrimmage to make plays.
And guys, we saw Ransom come over to the sideline to get the play call. They are using the helmet-to-helmet sideline communication from coach to quarterback.
Maybe having a little trouble with it. He's trotting over here to get calls.
Right, Davenport now offset to the left of Ransom. Takes a snap. Well protected, lets it rip.
Nice.
To number 11, Makai, love it. The big wide receiver out of Edward Waters. A beautiful throw.
So look, one-on-one on the outside. Lovett is going to run a post corner. We see Ransom drop back. Left-hander looking for him the entire time. This was a great route, but an even better throw in terms of the location.
How about the pass protection as well? As we watch Ransom, the post corner that you described ended up turning the cornerback, Jadarius Perkins, around to get open, but the pass protection was excellent. That's Jeremiah Frazier at center, 78. DeAndre Towns Blue at left guard, 74. Ashton Grable at right guard, 71. They really protected their quarterback.
And really good players all the way across the board. As Davenport takes the handoff, tough run off right, off tackle. Guys, Team Robinson's got a little rhythm going here after two of those big pass plays. Now they hit one on the ground.
Watch the spin move, two spin moves, spin it back to back. We talked about watching these guys in running back drills, going over the bags and doing those things. That's a nice sequence by the young man.
And Davenport rotated with Ahmad Miller down at Jackson State, one of the top rushing teams in HBCU football behind Delaware State, but he is a perfect complement. A lot of yards per average on the carry because, again, that Jackson State offensive line is pretty good.
Yeah, you mentioned, go ahead, Bucky, but you mentioned the yards per carry, 6.5. That's pretty strong.
All right, 5 yards on the pickup. Here we talked about the defensive fronts being the strength, but now Team Gaither, whose defensive front is made up mainly of edge rushers. Not a ton of defensive tackles here, so they're a little bit lighter against that big offensive line for Team Robinson. Ransom looks to his left, floats it up. Oh! John McCall from Kentucky State had it, got the late hands up, but couldn't bring it all the way down.
Yeah, one-on-one coverage on the outside. The protection is nice. Just a fade ball. He wins, has a step on the defender. Just couldn't come down with it. Love the separation if you're looking at it from an evaluation standpoint.
As coaches would tell you, that's a play to be made. There's one right there for him, and McCall, he's thinking to himself, man, had a great opportunity. Ransom gave him a nice pass down there in the end zone. I think McCall will come back and get the next one. Yeah,
and as you see, Ransom going to the sideline to get the play call right here. The ball is now on the 26-yard line, 3rd and 5. Let's see how they convert. We've got Davenport back in the backfield. Reggie Davis out of Alcorn State was in there on the last snap. Ransom drops back, looking to the seam.
Nice.
Gets it up. Big time throw. Touchdown catch by Trey Abner. Charles, the player you're talking about, goes up and gets it in traffic.
And that was one where the two of them were in sync with each other,
yes.
Right, Bucky? Because he runs down the seam, and watch the pass that Ransom gives it. Away from the defender, which means Abner has to use body control to make sure he turns to go get it. That meant they were in sync. He understood. Throw it over the top of the head of the defender. Even if you have to go to the backside of it, Abner has the athletic ability to go get it. And that's what exactly what he does.
Look, you give Ransom high marks on being able to read single high safety, put it away from the free safety, put it on the back shoulder of the tight end. Great catch by you guy.
I think that at Ransom right now, operating an almost flawless game at quarterback.
And Marco Jovicic from Mississippi Valley State misses the PAT as Team Robinson scores on its opening drive to take the 6-0 lead. A lot of big plays in the passing game as Cam Ransom did his thing. We'll be right back at the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl. Drills it to tight end Trey Abner as Team Robinson goes up 6-0 on its opening drive. Bucky, walk us through the whole drive, encapsulating everything with that touchdown catch.
Yeah, like, it was a really good job by Ransom coming out, being on point. We saw a handful of intermediate throws, particularly thrown to the right side, which is tough for a left-hander. Put the ball on time, on target, and then finished it with a nice throw.
Speaking of left-handers, Walker Harris from North Carolina Central starting at quarterback for Team Gaither. As he gets his offense going from the 25-yard line, lining up in the pistol. He hands this ball off to Christian Mosley, running back out of North Carolina Central. So we've got the Central to Central battery. And Charles, let's take a look at some of your impact players.
Well, Christian Mosley is certainly one of them. Talk about patience, having to wait his turn at Central to become the lead back. Had a big year in 2025. Jordan Smith, he's a receiver that people didn't cover the entire week here at South Carolina State. Will operate out of the slot. Jeremiah Williams at defensive tackle. When he's on his game, he might spin a few times and go get him. And then, of course, Trevor Randall, the free safety, sets everything up in the secondary, and he'll come up and lay a hit on you.
All right, Harris takes a snap on second, and he rips it to DeAndre Proctor, the big wide receiver out of Johnson C. Smith. What a throw by Walker. Bucky, we've been talking about him all week.
We've talked about Proctor all week, and we've talked about the quarterback, Walker Harris. This combination has been tearing up defenses throughout the practice week. And there you see on the slant, ball delivered on target, great timing. Look, he threw for 3,000 yards in North Carolina Central last season. We knew that he could spin it. Great connection with Proctor.
Bucky, as a scout, when you see a guy like Proctor, his size has to attract you initially. You think about him on the outside running those types of slants and stops, right? And fade balls, trying to get it to him.
So important, Vince.
Walker Harris with pressure in his face, lets it rip, gets it to J.J. Evans from Norfolk State. Guys, the timing that these guys have shown after just 3 days of practice together, what does that tell you about how they've worked, Bucky?
Well, the one thing about Walker Harris, he's been terrific throwing the ball the entire weekend. Being able to throw it with a guy right in his face shows you the poise, the confidence, more so the composure.
I actually had a chance to talk with Jordan Smith, Malik Hunter, a wide receiver out of Virginia State. Asked him what it was like working with these quarterbacks, and they said the timing's been great all week long. They said these guys are getting the ball to us and in the right spot.
First and 10 from the 42-yard line. Walker Harris, he hands it off to Mosley again off the right side for about a 3-yard gain. On the run, we see the defense swarming, Bucky.
Yeah, defense swarming, but what I like about this, coming downhill in the pistol situation, pistol formation, Mosley coming downhill, finds a hole off to his right, picks up nice yardage on first down.
Chris Hall, the former head coach at the University of Nevada, was the guy who created the pistol. His quarterback at that time, some guy named Kaepernick.
Yeah, Colin Kaepernick. They used to do it big time in Nevada.
All right, Walker Harris, 2nd and 7. Going to try to keep this offense rolling. Steps up in the pocket, lets it rip. To number 23, Jordan Smith out of South Carolina State.
Look, we can't be more impressed. Walker Harris, the way that he's been throwing. This is what we've watched in practice day after day. Another slant in that window, ball out on time, catches it where he's able to run. Catch and run concepts is about ball placement from the quarterback.
And what'd you think of the awareness of Jordan Smith to understand where the coverage was, catch the football, and see the safety approaching, and get down to make sure that ball's not hit and spilled out?
That's the next level play, because they'll tell you, find what you can, get what you can, get down so you can live to fight another day.
1st and 10 on the 22. In the backfield now, Jaquan Kelly out of Winston-Salem State, back in the pistol formation. Against both these offenses, got traction out of the gate. Clock ticking down. Barely got the playoff on time. And we're seeing Kelly outside off right tackle. Great block downfield by wide receiver J.J. Evans to spring Kelly for the touchdown. A big-time run, 22 yards on the touchdown for Team Gaither. And, guys, for the moment, we're tied up.
They blocked it up really well, and it became a one-on-one play. And Reed Pulliam, the linebacker, bad angle, trying to get into the backfield and the one-on-one with Kelly. And once that happened, easy access to the perimeter for Kelly to waltz into the end zone.
Well, the great part of that about the false pulls. They had the pulls going to the opposite side. They were pulling linemen going to the left, handing the ball going to the right. The linebackers are reading their keys, flying away, leaves them one-on-one on the safety, bad angle, touchdown.
All right, Andrew Brown from North Carolina A&T on to attempt the PAT. Bad snap. And it doesn't matter as Brown punches it through to put Team Gaither up 7-6, as we've had scores on both possessions for each team here in the 5th All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl. Team Gaither up 7-6. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl, and the music you hear was created by Blue Flower. The track is called Winners, and this piece is part of a collaboration between the NFL and All New, a music school in Inglewood, California that offers courses to help students create, write, and publish music. Hope you enjoyed Winners by Blue Flower. And now let's send it down to the sideline to our Sherry Burris with a special guest.
Thank you, Steve. I have Doug Williams here, co-founder of this game and member of the Black College Football Hall of Fame. It is so good to see you again. This is the 5th year of the Legacy Bowl. How have you seen the growth of this game, particularly for these players here?
Well, the good thing about this, every year we've gotten better players, and the guys that taken to it and played better, just like today. The start that we got today, man, is something that I think everybody wants to see. And, you know, 5 years we in and hope to keep growing.
And we know your journey from HBCU to a Super Bowl MVP, just knowing that these guys now have the accessibility to have a performance in front of these NFL scouts. Just what does that mean to be able to represent HBCU and give these guys an opportunity?
And you hit the nail on the head. It's all about an opportunity, to give them a chance to be seen and give them an opportunity to go out there and perform. And if you do that, that's all people ask for, is an opportunity.
That's what the coaches, even some of these players, were saying. Where else do you think you can see this game grow?
Well, here, you know, just getting better players every year. The fact that this crew that we got this today and we've been had all week has been great. They better than, I hate to say it, it's better than the last 4, and hope the 6th one's going to be better than the 5th one.
It's been incredible. We have seen guys playing in this game ending up at NFL camps and rosters. So, Doug, we appreciate it. Congratulations on another incredible game.
Thank you.
Steve?
Great stuff, Sherry, and thanks so much to Doug Williams and James Shack Harris for creating the Black College Football Hall of Fame and this game. Bucky, we saw a player on that last carry who you talked about, Reggie Davis, one of 2 stalwart running backs out of Alcorn.
Yeah, he can do a bunch of different things. He had over almost 1,000 scrimmage yards. He can do it as a runner inside and outside. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. This is a great showcase game for him.
All right, Cam Ransom back in at quarterback at 2nd and 1 from the 34-yard line. Ransom takes the snap. Plenty of time.
Nice dog.
He lets the ball rip to number 4, John McCall out of Kentucky State. Breaks a tackle. Continues fighting. Moves the ball down to the 33-yard line. What an effort by McCall.
Love the effort by McCall. Love the effort by Ransom. But, guys, this offensive line in front of Ransom is really playing well. And we've got some backup guys in now. And when I say backup, the 2nd unit, because no one's really a backup if you're in an all-star game. But they are really giving Ransom a lot of time. Excellent route by McCall. Remember, he dropped the one in the end zone that could have been a touchdown. Right. What did we say about the next one to come to him? He would be okay. He nailed it.
By the way, Charles, just so everyone knows, the guy at left tackle, Charles Davis,
he's pretty good.
Jim Kinn.
We're going to find out in the cookout this summer.
All right, Florida A&M. There's Reggie Davis with a nice run. Takes a big hit. Manages about 3 yards, but Jameson Jupe Alston out of Winston-Salem State finishes off with a big top hit.
Yeah, big top hit, but once again, when we talk about the success of the offense today, it's been the offensive line. Generating push in the run game, protecting Ransom in the pocket, in the passing game. Really impressed with 5 guys up front, and that's hard to do because it's hard to build that chemistry and the connectivity that you need to succeed at the point of attack.
Not just the chemistry, but guys playing out of position. You'll have tackles playing guard, guards playing tackle, somebody goes in the center. Bucky, that's versatility that I know as a scout you're looking for as well.
Absolutely. You're looking for utility guys that can do more things.
All right, 2-yard gain. One thing we just saw them do is reset the play clock again, because we see Cam Ransom for Team Robinson coming over to the sideline to get the play. So clearly the helmet-to-helmet communication is not working properly. Ransom with another shot. This to Mekhi Lovett, the wide receiver out of Edward Waters. This is a guy who's been super impressive all week. Big receiver, Bucky.
He absolutely has been impressive. And here on a little comeback, ball is spinning out. Nice job catching the ball with his hands. When we're looking at wide receivers, the underrated part of it is catching the ball and catching it away from your body. Strong hands. He just played on that.
Okay, let's see. We have a first down on the 23-yard line. Ransom coming off the sideline, getting that play call again, guys. He's going to be in shape if he wasn't already, having to go side to the sideline.
Hey, man, he's done this before, Steve. Look, if he's in high school, this is what you do in high school. You go back and forth with the coach to bring the play in. He should be fine.
Bucky, you're thinking about when you played. Now they just hold up signs and signal stuff in like that. But Ransom playing well, drops back to pass. Under pressure. Miscommunication. Receiver number 17, Ronnie West out of Clark, Atlanta, broke off the route. Ransom thought he was going to keep running. But this is really kind of the only miscommunication of sorts we've seen thus far in this game.
I got to tell you, Steve, having done a bunch of all-star games, this is one of the cleanest ones that we've seen the first quarter. No penalties, clean play, Bosch handle, everything has been on point. And it really took place in practice. We really saw 3 good practices from these teams throughout the practice week.
And real quick, let me explain. You're looking at the clock. It's getting ready to run down to 2 minutes. At the 2-minute mark, it's basically going to be like a 2-minute warning every quarter where they're going to try and encourage teams to score. Reggie Davis gets blown up by James Stewart out of Tennessee State, coming off the right edge, the left side of the defense. And Stewart, another player who's had a very strong week.
Yeah, really impressive. Coming off the edge. No blitzing. But, man, what a great job collapsing down. Saw the lineman go away, just followed. Got him in his hip pocket, took him right to the plate.
All right, so here's what we're talking about with the stoppage at 2 minutes. And this is something...
The 2-minute timing period for the first quarter.
All right, sorry about that to get away with the official, but what they are trying to encourage are 2-minute offensive situations. So no matter where the ball is on the field, they're going to try and encourage the 2-minute timing and things like that. 3rd and 14, though, for Team Robinson. They lost yardage here.
Haven't had to encourage Team Robinson very much. Well, actually, both teams on offense about trying to score. They're both going up and down the field.
All right, Ransom driving back under pressure again.
Nice pressure.
And that was number 9, James Stewart. One more time, back-to-back plays.
Quick question, Bucky, based on what we're seeing from Stewart right now. How did Eddie George not take him with him to Bowling Green when he left?
I mean, you're like to think, look, this is just a power rush.
Just wanted
Good job. Good job just running through the chest of the offensive tackle, working his way, being able to get a little pressure on the quarterback.
And even though he couldn't get their full body, Bucky, as we evaluated, him just finding a way to have an effect on the game, right? Just anything you can get in there to disrupt the quarterback.
As they say, he got into paint. Anytime you're a pass rusher trying to get in the paint, be able to be near enough to quarterback to impact the way he has to throw the ball.
Okay, we talked about 2-minute situations. Instead of kicking it, they are going for it right here. Because when Team Gaither could get next possession, which means Team Robinson would start the second quarter with the ball. Ransom incomplete to number 17, Ronnie West. Threw it into coverage here, trying to get the big play here. So now the ball turns over to Team Gaither, which leads 7-6. And we'll be right back with more action here at the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl. The first quarter of the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl. Let's send it down to the sideline. Our Sherry Burris with an update on some news.
Well, Steve, you guys have been talking about the communication issues down here. I can confirm Team Robinson is having comms issues with the quarterback. I just spoke with our offensive coordinator, and he said this is going to cause the quarterback to have to run to the sideline every time. You don't want to put extra miles on your QB's legs, but they want to make sure they're giving him that pro experience and running that pro-style offense by hearing the comms in his helmet, Steve.
Thank you so much, Sherry. As we're seeing right there, Walker Harris sacked.
That's Bucky's guy. That's Quincy Ivory.
First charge timeout of the quarter. 30 seconds in length.
Bucky, what did you like about Quincy Ivory? We just saw him on display on this play.
Yeah, everything that he's been able to do throughout his collegiate career shows up in this. Playing with power, being able to be aware, getting to the quarterback and having a sack in the National Football League is about creating disruption at the point of attack. There he does, making another play.
Charles, you saw him go through on Wazoo, just a pure forklift push.
Bruno Wazoo out of Virginia State is a prime specimen for someone to say project at left tackle. Right, very linear build, but he needs a lot of weight, needs a lot of strength. But he's got skills. You like what you're seeing, but on that play, Quincy Ivory just took advantage of his strength, had the leverage, got up underneath him, and ran him right back to the quarterback.
Yeah, he started his athletic career at University of Maryland as a walk-on basketball player. He is still new to this game. We're talking about on Wazoo. Bucky, but going back to Quincy Ivory, though, he's someone at Jackson State who dropped in coverage a lot, true outside linebacker. Playing a 4-3 defensive end here. He's going forward.
Yeah, the more you can do.
But if you're an offensive coordinator, aren't you happy he's dropping in coverage instead of rushing your quarterback?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So as they attempt the screen to Christian Mosley to offset Ivory, who is in Walker Harris's face one more time. The pass ball is incomplete. 3rd and 12, as we're seeing the offenses fall out of rhythm a little bit with some of the substitutions and rolling other players in.
Yeah, you get some of that. Now, the thing about all-star games, you had that first group, and then when you start to patchwork the offensive line, new quarterback, new cadence, new rhythm, everyone has to adjust, particularly the guys on the outside.
I think keep an eye on number 45 in black as well. A young man by the name of Bryce Cage out of Grambling. He also was bringing it on the last play, and he's out there on the edge, on the left edge, working against the right offensive tackle.
3rd and 12, Walker Harris. Got some bodies moving,
Got a free
flags
one.
down.
Free play.
Nice. Nice awareness by Walker Harris.
And not only did he get the free play, he got the hold at the end of it, which is really going to help his offense. Well, good awareness by the young quarterback.
Yeah, so the quarterback knows the play isn't done. Great job.
Yeah, tried to get to Drayshawn Kendrick from Norfolk State. As the officials are kind of discussing the multiple infractions here.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Offside, number 45, Team Robinson. That penalty is declined. Pass interference, Team Robinson. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
All right, automatic first down. 1 minute and 37 seconds left as Walker Harris is going to try and drive Team Gaither into scoring position in this tight time window.
And that's 1:37 in the first quarter.
The first quarter. Harris under pressure, but he gets the ball off to Christian Mosley again. His team, North Carolina Central.
Dominic Davis.
The clock keeps on rolling, though. Yeah, Dominic Davis out of Central State. Dominant player.
Yeah, great job making the tackle, keeping it in bounds. Keeps the clock running. Great situational awareness.
Okay, now we're seeing some hurry up. This is something we did not see them practice a lot, but clearly they're prepared to go through this with the way they got into formation. Harris drops back, plenty of time. Looks like a miscommunication with Malik Hunter out of Virginia State. Hunter came up a little more shallow on the route.
So sometimes what you run into, Bucky, is it's not just the timing, it's what did you run the route, depth in terms of your school versus here.
Yeah.
It looked to me like Walker Harris expected more depth on the route.
Absolutely. You saw him point to the wide receiver saying, hey, on this smash, I want you at a high angle. And you're right. These are some of the challenges in the All-Star game. And from an evaluation standpoint, I'm looking to see how quickly can you adapt to playing in a new offense, new defense.
All right, 3rd and 8. Walker Harris, again, the quarterback, the MEAC Offensive Player of the Year from North Carolina Central, takes the snap. And it looks like we had kind of a do-over when it comes again to the communication and the expectation between quarterback and wide receiver.
Yeah, and you're getting this, and there's a little rough, so they have to get their work done on the sideline. But let me say this: the coverage on the outside was terrific. He was smart. He wasn't winning the one-on-one route.
He didn't win the
outside.
route. The corner out on the side just ended the route for him.
And that brings up punter Elliott Nash from South Carolina State as it is 4th and 8. Back to return. It's number 17, Ronnie West from Clark, Atlanta.
Yeah, Giannis coming in. He's well-traveled now. He's been at Troy, Utah, Langston, and now getting his opportunity here.
Gets off, boots it. Significant depth.
Return ball.
On the punt, Ronnie West takes it on about the 13-yard line. Nowhere to go. Excellent coverage right there. So guys, let's real quick, well, we got just a little bit of time left. Let's go over some of the rules. We're going to look at offensively, only 3 base packages, 21 personnel, 2 running backs, 1 tight end, 2 wide receivers, 12 personnel, 1 running back, 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers, 11 personnel, 1 running back, 1 tight end, 3 wide receivers. Defensively, only 2 zone packages allowed. Cover 2, 2 defensive backs are in deep coverage. Cover 3, 3 DBs back, and only 4 men up front. You cannot rush 5, 4-3 pure looks across the front.
So, Bucky, what's the first rule that really gets taken advantage of?
Oh, we may have an accidental blitz. Like it may be a little play action pass. I get fooled. I continue to make my way.
Kind of forward pursuit.
Yeah.
I also think the coverage rule is going to get taken out too.
All right, and this is Cameron Peters out of Prairie View. Dumps it off to number 24, Gerard Sims out of Florida Memorial. Cameron Peters familiar with his offense as he's playing for his head coach, Tremaine Jackson.
Yeah, look, you're talking about someone who had over 3,200 combined yards this year, 28 total touchdowns. You want to see his ability not only in the pocket, we'll see him get out of the pocket, use some of that mobility that made him a star at Prairie View.
And he got benched, Steve. You covered a lot of these games. He got benched mid-season for about 4 games and then came back, and down the stretch was terrific.
Yes.
Talked with his coach, Tremaine Jackson, who said his ability to bounce back from the benching, we don't get to the SWAC title game without him. But he handled it well, understood what was going on, made all the necessary adjustments, and came back and played at a higher level.
And had a very strong celebration bowl as well as Peters throws it deep. A lot of contact at the end of that play. but it does not seem like there's a flag on the ground.
Hey, you leave Jadarius Perkins alone, man.
Yeah, you're
Man, you leave Jadarius Perkins
Steve over
alone.
here whining and complaining. That was an acting job on the outside.
Tell Trent Leary to just stay on his feet and make a play on the ball.
Yeah, that was an acting job on the outside.
All right, no judgment zone.
Watch him with great coverage on the outside.
Great coverage. Okay, all right, we'll give it to him. Talk about Jadarius Perkins, Delaware State, played 3 years at the University of Florida as well. Super talented, athletic corner. And he's coming off the field right now as they change some secondary personnel. Sam Graham from Bowie State coming at the slot corner. He is a heck of a player.
Jaden Carter next to him, number 20.
Peters lets it rip. Completes it to Trenton Leary out of Texas Southern, who goes up and gets it in traffic. We have 23 seconds. Yeah, timeout called by Team Robinson, which is necessary because of the communication issue. They can't get the play calling quickly.
Bucky, how about Leary finding the football?
Yeah, that's a great job of finding the football because this coverage was terrific. Outside leverage on the slot receiver. He's there. Little push off, makes a great catch, keeps his feet in bounds. I mean, sometimes you got great coverage.
See what he learned? But you see what he
pushed off.
But Steve, did you see what he learned? Stay on your feet, go make a play on the ball.
He pushed off.
Don't rely on the officials to throw a flag.
Yeah,
go make a play yourself.
A little bully ball on the outside.
He did that in one play, so give Trenton Leary a lot of credit.
So, Charles, look at Cam Peters. He had pressure in his face, too, and still delivers a nice ball.
Does a nice throw. Really good job of Leary seeing it the entire way. Graham not seeing it until too late, so he goes past him, but Leary's able to see it, make the adjustment, come back and get the football.
All right, 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line, 23 seconds left, and Jovicic has kicked a 56-yarder before in a game. So are they playing for field goal position, or do you guys expect some shot plays here since this is an all-star game?
I think they're going to try and take it downfield.
All right, Cameron Peters sets the offense. Prairie View quarterback.
Oh, nice throw.
Pressure once again to Leary on the crossing route. What a dot in traffic. Great catch by Leary because he goes up to gets it.
Yeah, not an easy catch to make in traffic. Running that slant into the thick of the defense. Great job catching, getting down.
30 seconds in length.
Gives this offense an opportunity to make a decision whether they can push it down the field or they can kick a long field.
What do you think of that ball placement, Bucky? I thought that was pretty darn good because you're trying to hit it right in the face mask of the receiver, right? You're trying to throw it right in his throat right there. Boom.
And so when we're talking about these concepts, the slant route where we saw catch and run concept, you want to put it in a place where the receiver doesn't have to adjust. He can continue to get yards after catch. The yak, as they talk about. Great placement by the quarterback.
And he whistled it right behind Eric Hunter. Let's take a look at it again. Watch this throw. Look at it go right behind Forty's head, or right in front of it.
I mean, it's great. We talk about 3 deep coverage, slant flat combination. You have to trust that you can fit the ball into that tight window. He's able to do it.
That was one of the better corners in the game here. Jelani Vassell, an HBCU All-American out of North Carolina Central. Every coach I talk to would say, hey, man, keep an eye on 28. He can play, and he can, but that was really well thrown.
Right, 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. No timeouts left for Team Robinson. Cameron Peters throws it incomplete. Intended for Cameron Nelson out of Mississippi Valley State. 13 seconds left on the clock in the first quarter, gentlemen. A lot of action, a lot of back and forth. And again, we're seeing Team Robinson have to go to the sideline, Cameron Peters, to get the play.
He should be in shape.
It's fine, I'm telling you. High school, every Friday I see it as you go to the sideline, get the play.
Now, does your guy come and get it that way?
Comes right to me and I tell him, yeah.
My son did that for 4 years in high school. I said, just be in shape, son.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this, coming up soon, we have a special guest who gets after the quarterback. When the quarterback has to run from the quarterback and then run to the sideline to get the play call, that's got to be something that works.
Listen, that guy, you just run away from and don't come back.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't go back in. You just run away from him and don't make your way back.
We want him used to running anyway. He's going to have to run away from my guy.
Another incomplete pass is now the clock gets down to 8 seconds here. And it does not look like they're going to try the long field goal. Team Robinson setting up Cam Peters. Could be 2-play territory if they get something off quick here.
Or maybe we can get a 10-yard out of bounds, and then we can kick it.
All right, Peters sets the offense.
To receiver side, coming to the bottom of your screen, you have two slot receivers, Leary 81, Harris 3. See if they go with a combo on that side.
Peter steps up in the pocket under pressure, lets it rip, almost connects. Cameron Nelson again.
Oh. I think Vassell saw it late and thought he had a play on the football. It was out of bounds, undetermined, but look at him. He doesn't panic. He stays right there with it.
Oh, no,
and he was actually going to be able to react a little bit better to the football if it had been in bounds.
Yeah, Team Robinson is out here complaining about pass interference on that last play.
And there was none.
None. Here we go. None at all.
None.
Okay. Marco Jovicic out of Mississippi Valley State going to be trying about a 54-yarder, 1 second left on the clock here in the first quarter. Jovicic, a lefty, just wide to the right. It had the distance, but just a smidge to the right. The scoring is slowed down. The team Gaithers still holds that 7-6 lead, courtesy of its opening drive score here at the Allstate HBCU Legacy Bowl.
And everything.
You see there wasn't a strain on the face, like you knew it was in the bag.
Had that Bobby Wagner haircut.
It's a little different now.
Just a chin strap connected. Like, it was grown. It just wasn't a grown man, you know.
Okay, you're still looking good. You got it going, and you decided to come check out this Allstate HBCU Legacy Bowl game today. Some of your impressions of some of these young men.
I mean, there's a little corner there. They got some go to them. You know, look, I can't even throw the name out there. I'm over here learning. I'm trying to watch on the sidelines. I'm like, wait, let me see where he's from.
That was probably Jelani Vassell.
I'll say that's the craziest part. There's so much talent out here that you're like, well, if they can only get a chance. I've been, you know, blessed enough to be in the league for the last 15 years, especially in New Orleans, where I've had teammates that went to HBCUs, and I'm like, oh, it don't matter where you come from. If you can play ball, you can play ball.
Yeah, one of the best ever. Teron Armstead is one of your teammates for a long time. So when you come out and you decide to just come out and check this out, and see these young men, do you have any words for them? Because a lot of people may feel that they played a lesser level of competition.
Who said that?
Well, that's the thing. Hey, these are basically FCS Division II guys. Maybe they're not playing again in the SEC or something.
Right. I mean, you look, I played in the PAC. PAC is no more at this point, right? You know, being reinvented.
It's about to be reinvented. The new Pac-12.
No, stop it. Look, I only claim the Pac-10. Once they expanded out, I said, I'm not, whatever. We're sitting here, talking about these guys at HBCUs. And like I said, at the end of the day, it's about, do you have hands? There's an edge rusher out there that had started bending, chasing quarterback. And at some point, I was like, all right, well, we see the talent. If you give me a kid like him in 2 years, I can make him an all-pro. But that's just me. In my mind, if I see tangibles, I'm like, dang, what can I do? I can mold him.
It would still take you 2 years?
It would take me 2.
Okay.
Just give you a little bit of time.
It would be from jump.
Coach Cam, we're going to get it going. And thinking about this, coming into this, we saw a bunch of defensive players have a lot of success. So if we could put you in your mindset coming to an all-star game, what would you think about as a pass rusher? What would you want to put on tape?
Man, get off. What you see a lot from, was it number 45, is it?
Oh, yeah, Bryce Cage.
Yeah, he got some explosion to him, when you see that, you're like, all right, you like the initial steps. Sometimes you just can't teach that initial instinct, and then you can work with all the rest.
So, one thing we've seen about Cage, as it is now 3rd and 5 for Team Gaither, violent player. You see guys head snap back. When he hits a big-time play, completion, number 23 on the catch, Jordan Smith out of South Carolina State, catches it from Atkins, takes it, look at him, Cam, slips the tackle and goes.
I was like, you got to love it. I was like, he's able to slip through, but that's my problem. I'm always looking at the defensive lineman. I'm watching Cage. I was like, I like the little bull and slip. I was like, we love a good power player. But it was a great catch by Smith, be able to be elusive enough to miss that, make him miss that tackle. So you want to see yards after contact.
Cam, as you're coming here, and we keep talking about what can these guys do to have themselves noticed, and then when they do get the opportunity, what is the first thing? Because, there's interviews, right? You have your past tape.
The first
What are the
thing
things
is
you're talking
it's always been, make the main thing the main thing. Football, you take care of it on the field endeavors. Everything else take care of itself. You can have the worst.
Nice play for the inside arm.
So we saw Atkins take the shot, the deep shot to DeAndre Proctor. And on the coverage is Carlos Donovan, who's had a great
Watch the
week.
inside arm. Watch the inside arm. See the hands?
I mean, that's a little, like, Cam is with me on this. Cam is with me.
You know the hands as defensive players.
I'm not against you, but we've been here all week. These poor officials, they're going to need rotator cuffs.
Yeah.
They threw flags left and right all week long for holding and pass interference and all. So it should be zero surprise if you've been here watching practice. But I do think that's the type of play that you're going to get away with at your level, Cam.
Well, I mean, not with those red gloves. Come on, hey, you got to know the craft. Hey, you throw the black. If they wear white, you throw white gloves on. Come on.
Handoff to Jaquan Kelly off tackle. Nice run. Looks like he got enough yardage for the first down before he's brought down by Michael King of Tuskegee.
But what a double team block he had up there. I mean, that was 27 Caden Davis. Who was the offensive lineman that was working with him? They worked in tandem right there. You see it right there, 66, I believe it was. That was Vincent Berg. Really nice job on that double. And then look at how he just got room now. See how he splits right through there? Excellent job by that offensive line. I know, Cam, that's not something you really want to hear.
Hey,
I know you would have been splitting that double team.
That being said, I think Kelly made a great read. I mean, there was a number 90 in the B gap, and then Kelly bounced outside for a reason.
Right, low handoff, but he gives it to Kelly again, stacked up near the line of scrimmage. Now, Cam, do you want to take the mic? We know you have a burgeoning broadcasting career. Do you want to call a couple plays here?
Absolutely not. I mean, while I'm still in it, like I said, I get so hyper-focused on defensive line play. Like just the previous play, you saw Roundtree able to extend out on his guard. I mean, I like his versatility. You're like, look at him run. Boom. I get hyper-focused on D-line play, man. That's what excites me.
Cam, very quickly here, Steve talked about these guys getting an opportunity coming from schools that aren't the power schools, etc.
Sure.
Your father was a multi-time, 6-time Pro Bowl tight end at the Ivy League. Again, not a power conference. You understand what it takes to make it.
I mean, he does. I mean, luckily, I went to Cal. Oh, go get him. But we talk about possibly going to Brown. I mean, there's a reason why he went in the 7th round where he should have been one of a top round picks. Right. All you're looking for is an entry level. Hey, all I need to do is knock on the door. One of these doors is going to open, and I need to make most of those opportunities. And I mean, 13 years in the league, 13 years for the Vikings, 6 Pro Bowls later, he made a heck of a career out of it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how you get there, as long as you can stay.
You get an opportunity and you get a chance to stay. And I know you're excited about your pack making a return to revamp pack.
I don't know. Am I?
I don't know. I'm trying to.
It's like Fresno State in there now. It's like
Cam, you're not gonna believe
Iona?
this. When you were to the Pac-10, right?
Yeah.
They were the Pac-8 before. You know who made it to Pac-10? Arizona State.
I was like U of A and Arizona.
Arizona State.
Absolutely.
So you never know. People can grow up and turn it into a nice place.
No doubt. I mean, when they was expanded to the Pac-12, you included Utah and what was it, Colorado?
Colorado.
So, hey, talent is any and everywhere. All I look for is for my guys to be happy. I went back. We just got a new head coach in Tosh McCoy.
Yeah.
My former D coordinator when I was at Cal, Bob Gregory's back at Cal now.
Bob's back there.
Hey, we got some good things turning around.
Good coach.
I saw
him working out in the rain.
Right. Look, I saw my guy. I went out there Super Bowl week, Monday of Super Bowl week. I saw my guys. I looked around.
Ron Rivera's the GM.
No doubt. I finally walked in the D-line room. I said, oh, we got talent.
There you go.
It was about 7-8 years ago. I walked in. I said, yeah, you guys are going to need all your connections.
That's all that Cam Jordan NIL money.
All right, guys, while we were talking, Andrew Brown boots the field goal to put Team Gaither up 10-6. Cam, a lot of these guys want to hear their names called. Why don't you look at this, what we're about to show you?
Oh.
That's waiting to hear your name called.
Okay.
Yeah, that was me getting nervous is what that was. I was falling. I brought the whole family up to New York to get drafted. I thought I was going top 15. I'm there at 24. Shout out to New Orleans. older brother, younger sister, agent, cousin, pops. The whole fam was there, except Mom.
And Dougie Fresh right there.
No doubt, my guy, Doug
Cam,
Fresh.
we appreciate you so much for joining us. Appreciate the insight, man.
Come on, maybe one day we'll do this for real.
Keep doing your thing.
Absolutely.
Keep playing.
Right back here for the HBCU Legacy Bowl. And there you see Leslie Frazier, a Black College Football Hall of Famer, played at Alcorn State and is coming off a Super Bowl championship as the assistant head coach with the Seattle Seahawks. He is a two-time Super Bowl champ as a player with the 1985 Bears, and this year as the assistant head coach with the Seahawks. Actually spoke to Leslie. He wished he could come here and join his fellow Black College Football Hall of Famers, but he has got work to do getting ready for the draft, which is where so many of these young players playing today hope to find themselves in a few weeks. We're looking at Shennis Berry, the head coach for Team Gaithers in South Carolina State, and there's Quinn Gray, who is here as his Albany State team had won the SIAC. Quinn is now the head coach at his alma mater, Florida A&M, in the SWAC.
Well, he could throw it at one time, couldn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, he could.
All right, first and 10 on the 25 for Team Robinson, again in the black uniforms. Cameron Peters out of Prairie View in at quarterback with the play action, slips, still gets the ball off, rips it to Cameron Nelson.
That's nice poise. That's not easy to do when you get thrown off track. You slip in the pocket.
You have that
get
momentary
back up.
second of
Yeah,
panic.
kept it together, then delivers a dart. Terrific throw on a dig.
But again, this offensive line allowed him that time in the pocket, allowed him time for a slip, and then able to deliver downfield. And what a nice job going up and grabbing that one and hauling it in by Cameron Nelson.
And guys, I talked about it earlier, because the lack of defensive tackle depth on Team Gaither, you've got two lighter defensive end and Michael Lunds and Noah Miles playing in on the interior for Team Gaither. As
Seems like they know it too.
Runs it up the middle.
Seems like they know it too, that play call there. Try to run it inside and see if your offensive line can beat up on the smaller defensive ends trying to play defensive tackle.
Yeah, Davenport has been really good today. He's shown up pretty well. You see him get downhill, finding the cracks, and I love the way he's finishing with a little violence.
I like his size, Bucky. And Steve made the point earlier, he didn't have to carry the whole load at Jackson State. A lot of people can't touch the football there.
Guys, one thing I want you to see, and you tell me if this is an appreciation bump for the coaches. So Cameron Smith, number 75, is typically a left tackle. We're seeing him at right tackle now, as we're seeing Michael Lunds step up and make the play from the interior spot. Again, an edge rusher. He was the HBCU Go Defensive Player of the Year out of South Carolina State.
And that's, Bucky, how many times do you talk about defensive ends going inside and sub and nickel packages and working over guards?
I mean, you love that. And this game is not great for them having to play inside maybe as a run defender. But what a showcase in terms of being able to look at how they can take advantage to create mismatches and exploit mismatches against guards and centers. So you like that part of it.
And quickly, let's get back to the fact that the coaches maybe are moving some of these players around to different positions. Again, you're looking at Cameron Smith moving over to the right tackle, who's normally a left tackle.
And that's a good thing for them. Bucky talked about it earlier, versatility, utility. When you get up to the NFL, there's only going to be 8 or 9 offensive linemen up for a game. How many positions can you play in case of injury so you can help your ball club out?
Big third down by Peters. Under pressure, Michael Lunds. 3 consecutive plays by Lunds. He is helped up by Jamal Jones on the finish, but what a series for Lunds coming up the middle.
He may have had an arched eyebrow about having to work inside when it was first broached to him.
Yes.
And right now he's going to go to the bench and say, hey, coach, this D-tackle thing's working for me, especially when I get to rush the passer.
You're looking at the numbers here for Lunds. Again, first team All-MEAC, 19 tackles for loss, 9.5 sacks. Again, he was the HBCU Go Defensive Player of the Year.
Well, I mean, you talk about that size, 6'2", 245. Not accustomed to being inside, but give him credit, 1, for embracing the change, 2, for the production that he's put up so far.
And his teammate cornerback Jared Washington won a lot of other MEAC Defensive Player of the Year awards. He is not playing today because of an injury that he sustained.
Yeah, call to your teammates as a punt returner. Make sure they know where the ball is.
And it's picked up right there.
Because if it hits them, And that's exactly what happened. Did not do a good enough job as the punt returner of warning your people away. You have a call. Usually what, Bucky? Peter call, right?
We're going to say hot.
I remember Peter.
Yeah, Peter used to be the call.
Recovered by the kicking team. First down, Team Robinson.
So Team Robinson's going to get the ball because of that incident you guys were just talking about. They have a chance to take the lead or at least get ahead as they're behind Team Gaither 10-6 here at the All-State HBCU. Team Gaither, the punt hits one of its players. It is picked up by Reed Pulliam of Team Robinson, which now has the ball 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line. But before we get there, let's send it down to Sherry Burris on the sideline.
Steve, I have Danielle Slight here with me. She's Director of Recruiting for All-State. And we are so happy to have you here with us. And congratulations on a great bowl game. All-State is the title sponsor for this HBCU Legacy Bowl. Beyond the game, what was the focus for you guys this week?
Yeah, you know, at All-State, we're about providing protection so others can reach their hopes and dreams, right? And that extends to protecting the legacy of HBCUs too, right? So that's why we're so proud to be the title partner for the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl.
And it wasn't just the game. There also was a very important career fair yesterday. What is the presence of All-State? How did that make a difference?
Yeah, well, as a proud FAMU Rattler myself, right, I know the level of talent that HBCUs produce. And so we had to take advantage of that. We brought in dozens of hiring managers and recruiters to do interviews on site, and we made offers on site too. Over the past few years, we've hired on hundreds of new All-Staters to the team, and I know we're going to do the same this year too.
What do you want people watching to understand about All-State's presence for this as a weekend?
Well, we recognize it's just about, you know, giving this great talent an opportunity, because we know when opportunity meets good talent, we're going to have success. And that's why we're so proud to make sure that we are here every year and showing up in a big way.
Love it. And you want to give FAMU one more shout out?
Absolutely. You know, FAMU, Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University.
There you go, Steve.
Well, thanks a lot, Sherry. Shout out to all those FAMU Rattlers.
I have a question. Does Danielle take veteran applicants for jobs?
You take veteran applicants for jobs. We have inquiring minds who want to know.
Absolutely, we do.
Send them down, Charles. Send those resumes.
Early career and experienced professionals as well. Yeah.
What a great catch. Ronnie West out of Clark, Atlanta. And that was Noah Bodden from Edward Waters, the former Grambling quarterback, who threw that pass.
But how about how Ronnie West takes the hit? Holds on to the football. He takes a big hit from TJ Tabron. And look at that. And just holds on to it. Now, the only thing he did wrong was at the end when he spikes the ball right there at Tabron.
Yeah, that'd
in
be
the
a penalty.
NFL, that's going to be a penalty.
It's going to be a penalty. It's going to cost.
And it's going to negate a great play.
All right, as we see Bodden, the latest Team Robinson quarterback to have to run to the sideline to get the play run back onto the field. But it is now 1st and goal from the 7-yard line in the backfield. Gerard Sims from Florida Memorial. Sims with the handoff. He's got blocking in front of him. Charges down to the 2-yard line before he stacked up. Tough outside zone run.
Yeah, you got to like that. They run right up inside.
Yep.
Inside zone, kicking it out.
Look how he finished it. See how he finished it, Bucky? Falling forward.
Yeah.
Good job by the running back.
And guys, like we just talked about, Cameron Smith, the tackle, now back on the left side.
Yeah.
So we've seen him alternate from side to side here.
He's a prospect that people circle during the week and we're watching, and he's going to have an opportunity.
All right, Sims offset, takes the handoff.
Close.
Follows Dupree Fuller on the block, but caught short of the end zone. So now it's going to be 3rd and goal. Tackle by TJ Tabron again.
What'd you think of the movement there by Dupree Fuller, the tight end, Bucky, going from right to left to lead?
Yeah, just good job collapsing that side of the line. Created enough space for the running back to get back on the backside. Now it's about seeing, in these tight moments, up front, can we create a push from the offensive line? You talk about Cam Smith, move from right to left. Right now, I'm honed in on him, seeing if he can generate a push at a point of attack.
Well, the guy leading is Jeremiah Frazier, the center at pivot. Can they just run inside with him and the guards?
Good handoff to Sims, punches it in off the left side as Team Robinson scores its second touchdown of the game with just under 3 minutes left before the half.
This is the first group of offensive linemen that started the game for Team Robinson, and they did work here. Frazier 78 at center, Grable 71 at right guard, Towns Blue 74 at left guard. They created most of the space. But don't underestimate what you saw as well from the other guys. Charles Davis, 62, also getting involved.
All right, on the attempt at PAT, Marco Jovicic from Mississippi Valley State. A lefty. We've seen an abundance of lefties touching the ball so far today.
He needs one to go through the post, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. And it's good. It's good. Team Robinson now pulls to the 13-10 lead here. Legacy Bowl. He'll take the touchdown run one more time. Gerard Sims. Team Robinson gives them the lead. We'll be back shortly. All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl. Let's go. Treat for you coming up at halftime, making their second appearance at the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl. It's the Sonic Boom of the South, Jackson State University's world-renowned marching band. You will get to see their entire show live at halftime. And gentlemen, as you know, black college football isn't just about football. It is about the halftime event.
Hey, how many times do you hear it? Halftime is game time.
All right, as Team Harris and William Atkins takes over 1st and 10 of the 25 to try to get some points on the board with just more than 2 minutes left in the second quarter. Under pressure, Atkins escapes, flag down, throws it incomplete to Jordan Smith, who had players from Team Robinson converging in a big way.
Holding, number 74, offense, 10-yard penalty, first down.
All right, that's Bruno Nwazu who gets called for the hold. The left tackle for Team Gaither out of Virginia State.
He's going to be a project. Look to the left side in white. See him with the takedown right there with the pull. I think that's Bryce Cage that he was working against, 45.
Yeah, that was Cage.
But he has the frame. He has athleticism. Any team's going to, you're going to take him and see what you can put together with him. He needs strength in a big way, though.
Yeah, and look, in this part of the process, you're looking for guys that have some potential, developmental potential.
Yes.
That'll give him an opportunity, maybe on the practice squad, to buy some time until he's good enough.
He could be an international pathways player for the NFL.
Yes, born in Nigeria. Moved to the U.S. when he was 16. We have a stoppage in play here.
This is the 2-minute warning.
2-minute warning. And we'll be back after those 2 minutes plus here at the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl. Team Robinson up 13-10. Team Gaither with the ball, trailing now 13-10 as William Atkins, a quarterback from South Carolina State, tries to get Team Gaither on the scoreboard before the half. Play action under pressure. Gets it off.
Nice.
Drashawn Kendrick out of Norfolk State broke open late.
Yeah, man, you talk about anticipation. That is great. Bootleg, defender right in his face. He lets it go well before the receiver's out the break. Nice location, nice spot.
What would be your coaching point to number 10, Warren Robinson, on that pass rush?
Oh, we got to attack the upfield shoulder.
Yeah, and get your hands up in the pass late. Like he had his hands up for a second, and then he went to rush him again, and that's when he gave him that opportunity to throw the ball downfield. Beautiful job completing that pass.
Well said, Charles. That's the definition of getting a defender in conflict.
Yes, absolutely. What am I going to do?
All right, 2nd and 7 now on the 27-yard line, on the 28-yard line for Team Gaither. Atkins takes the snap. Has some time, lets it rip. Intended for Jordan Smith out of South Carolina State. We see a late flag come in. DeAndre.
Number 31, defense. The ball will be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Blake Davis of Grambling called for that pass interference. And one thing we're seeing here is kind of the pro rule. It is a spot foul, whereas in college, pass interference is just a 10-yard penalty. So now the ball is on the 45 for Team Robinson. 1 minute and 47 seconds left.
So if interference was called, it was called before that piece of tape we just saw right there. Because at that point, he's just playing the football.
He is playing the football.
So if they're calling it, he must have gotten there earlier and had the contact.
It was a little physical, and it was enhanced. A little flopping action out there.
Really, the throw actually brought it into play.
Yes.
Right? Because he had the coverage there, but the throw brought him back into contact.
All right, Atkins with time gets the ball. Number 23, Jordan Smith catches it, spins out of a tackle, and gets down to the 20-yard line. A spectacular run after the catch.
I asked him in practice, I said, what do you like most about it? He said, after the catch. because after the catch, I can be dynamic.
Well, he showed some dynamic isms right there after the catch. As now it is 1st and 10 on the 24-yard line for Team Gaither. Atkins again with time.
Ooh, close.
Almost completes it to Caden Davis, the hybrid tight end out of Fayetteville State.
I went back and looked at his resume for college, Caden Davis, and you know it, Steve, because you cover these games. He had more rushing attempts throughout his career than he had pass catches. They used him much more as an H-back, running back, I'm sure wildcat quarterback. He had a lot of carries really early in his career, and then I think they saved him for certain probably a lot of short yardage situations.
As you mentioned, I covered some games for HBCU Go, and they use him in a hybrid role, and they just tried to get it to him as much as they can because he is a very versatile player. All right, 2nd and 10 on the 24. Atkins hands it off to Kelly. Stacked up off of right tackle. Nothing doing. As it looked like Stamarian Edwards out of Alcorn, the fire plug jackhammer, sized him up, brought him down. Look at Edwards. Oh, he's fired up getting off the field.
And he should be. Jeremiah Williams, number 99, took care of the blocking early for him and let Edwards make the play behind him.
All right.
Team Gaither takes their first charge timeout of the quarter. 30 seconds in length.
I got 45 seconds left in the half here, and let's just get kind of a quick thought on what you saw right there. Just on this drive so far, we're trying to get some 2 minutes real quick. We're seeing Ian Rappel reporting the Cowboys and standout running back Javonte Williams have agreed to terms on a 3-year deal worth $24 million, sources say. Dallas keeps a big-time player, Ian says. Gets $8 million per year after a breakout season. He did. Yeah, he's a Tar Heel.
Well, I'm excited. Fellow Tar Heel finds a way to take advantage on a prove-it contract, puts up 1,200 yards, and we saw that offense in Dallas has a lot of explosive players. You got to be excited about that if you're Brian Schottenheimer.
Remember, he had the big year in Denver, then he had the knee injury, and this is the 2nd year back after the knee injury, and we got the old Javonte Williams back.
Oh, he's all the way back.
Atkins with time. He had some initial pressure, buying more time, fades back, gets the ball to number 7, DeAndre Proctor, who came back to get it, and a flag down at the end of the play.
Probably illegal contact, maybe.
Possibly, because I thought Proctor did a really nice job of seeing his quarterback in trouble and finding a way to make himself available on a second action play by the quarterback.
Holding, number 23, defense. The penalty is declined. The result of the play is a first down.
All right, so we see the holding call. DeAndre Proctor. This is a big 6'3". He told me that he's listed at 210. He told me he's close to
220.
Yeah.
That physicality, Bucky, how that could translate for a player his size and his speed at the next level.
Well, it can translate not only as a position player, but where he's going to make the team is on special teams.
Yes.
So being that big, being that physical will give him a chance on cover teams, being able to be on return units as a blocker. All those things will help.
Can you be a gunner, right, on your coverage? Can you work inside, as you talked about, Bucky? But he did a nice job there, staying with his quarterback and giving him a second option.
All right, 33 seconds for Team Gaither. Atkins drops back. Again, a nice pocket. Lets it go a little too long.
Nice catch. Nice catch in the corner. Oh, not by a player, but by the band member. Great job. Let's sign him up.
The sonic boom of the South. Who's got the best hands? Is that the drum major?
He's gonna be the first round draft pick in intramurals next fall.
So here we go. Atkins lets it rip, and
oh yeah, sign him up. Sign him up.
Hey,
the more you can do.
His intramural team's gonna be tough.
Man, if we see him playing a solo at halftime, he has had himself a day.
He's earned it.
What a play. 2nd and 10 on the 12. 26 seconds left now for Team Gaither as they try to cap off this drive.
See if they can get it to Proctor down at the bottom. It's essentially a one-on-one.
Atkins rips it. Oh. Tight coverage. Almost broken up. The pass was intended for Jordan Smith. Tight coverage on the backside. Looked by number 29, DeAndre Morris out of Alabama State.
Yeah, it looked like Blake Davis, 31 from Grambling, also involved, who just got called for the interference. Watch how they blanket him as the ball comes. There's a nice job by Davis popping it up, and then 29 has the opportunity and can't quite get there. DeAndre Morris from Alabama State. Blake Davis, excellent coverage, and a really nice play through the hands of the receiver.
Yeah, absolutely. Really nice play. 3rd and 10. We'll see if they can convert here. 20 seconds left on the clock.
I want to see Proctor
Atkins resets Kelly.
See Proctor at the bottom get loose quicker.
Kelly on the handoff. Off the right guard.
Team Gaither takes their second and final charge time out of the quarter.
Okay, guys, all-star game. Are we playing to tie or are we playing to make a play?
No, you're playing to make a play. Look at 13 seconds left. Plenty of time, obviously. That's not even your issue. But I'd say you go ahead and make a play. Bucky, ball's on the right side.
Yeah, no. Chinnisberry,
right?
Chinnisberry's trying to win. I think they're going to stack points. I think Chinnisberry's trying to win the game. They're going to stack these points.
Here's what I'm thinking, guys. Ball's close to the right hash. Flip your formation towards the boundary and give me one receiver wide with a one-on-one. Well, who do I have?
He's giving you your
that's going to give it to you.
He's giving you your place kicker, Andrew Brown.
He's trying to stack points.
Hey, no offense to Andrew Brown. I wanted to see him go for it.
No,
Andrew Brown's like, look, I came here for a reason, too.
Now, Charles, after hours, these guys have been yakking back and forth. He's trying to win the game.
Remember, they matched up in the Celebration Bowl.
That's right.
4 overtimes. Coach Berry, South Carolina State team wins over Prairie View 40-38.
All right, Brown going for the 25-yard field goal attempt here to tie it. Team Gaither sized it up, no rush. Drives it through. We are all knotted up at 13. Just before halftime, says 9 seconds on the clock, but the officials just said, bring out the sonic boom.
Because there's not going to be a kickoff. They would just go and spot it, so they're probably just going to run off those 9 seconds.
All right, the NFL Draft returns to the Steel City in Pennsylvania for the first time since 1948. Who will your favorite team select? Who will go #1 overall? Find out live from the North Shore in Pittsburgh. The 2026 NFL Draft presented by Verizon, live on NFL Network, ABC and ESPN, April 23rd through the 25th. All right, seen members of the Sonic Boom who can play their instruments and catch overthrown passes. And now let's send it down to Sherry Burris on the sideline.
We're here with Team Robinson, and Coach Gray, I want to start with you. You had those communication issues in that first half. What do you feel like your guys showed being able to overcome that?
We're Black College. We overcome everything, right? There's always things that you got to make adjustments to in-game adjustments. So just one of those things. You got the band out here. We're used to all that good stuff, so we'll go in, make the adjustments. We'll be fine.
And then Coach Jackson, for the defense, if you guys are able to hold them here at the end, what more do you want to see from your unit here in the second half?
Yeah, we got to read the set of the offensive line. I think we got the best rushers here, so we got to be able to rush and cover on the back end. I think we'll get that fixed here when we go inside.
All right, thank you, guys. Steve?
All right, Sherry, thank you so much. As we're all tied up at 13 here at the 5th annual All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl. Powerful plays, big plays. And now we've got the Sonic Boom of the South coming up at halftime to inject even more energy into this HBCU showcase.
All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl scored tied at 13, but Sonic Boom not yet. Are they bringing the boom? But woohoo! Look at the hands on that catch. And it is my pleasure to present the first band to make its second appearance at the Legacy Bowl, the Jackson State University Sonic Boom, the South. And what an awesome performance there by the Jackson State University Sonic Boom of the South. And this is the play that got us going. Tight end Trey Abner getting Team Robinson on the board. Coming up next, we're introducing the Black College Football Hall of Fame class of 2026. Welcome back, and Team Gaither getting on the board. That is Shaquan Kelly finding the end zone. We are tied at 13 at the break, but let's get to PA announcer Doug Moreau for some special recognitions.
And fans, we now recognize the Black College Football Hall of Fame class of 2026. First, Super Bowl champion and three-time NFL Pro Bowl selection and defensive back out of Bethune-Cookman University. Please welcome Nick Collins. Next, a legendary coach from Florida A&M University and a Black College Football Hall of Fame champion, Coach Rudy Hubbard. A 1995 first-round draft pick with 2 Super Bowl rings, cornerback from Fort Valley State. Ladies and gentlemen, Tyrone Poole. A 2-time SWAC Defensive Player of the Year and youngest inductee ever into the Southwestern Athletic Conference, Eddie Robinson Jr. A 5-time NFL Pro Bowl selection and the Jacksonville Jaguars all-time leading receiver from Jackson State University. Ladies and gentlemen, Jimmy Smith. And finally, going into the Black College Football Hall of Fame as a contributor from Howard University, NFL Network senior analyst and broadcasting today's game, please welcome Sam Wish. And now we proudly announce the recipient of the Deacon Jones Trophy, our 2025 Black College Hall of Fame Player of the Year from Virginia Union University, 2025 CIAA Offensive Player of the Year and the Division II Player of the Year, running back Curtis Allen. Congratulations to our Black College Football Hall of Fame class of 2026 and our Black College Football Player of the Year.
And what a great moment there that was. The 2025 Deacon Jones Award winner Curtis Allen started his 2025 season at the Black College Football Hall of Fame Classic. He rushed for 185 yards and
Tradition, legacy. We'll see you in Canton this Labor Day weekend.
And you can see this game right here on the NFL Network, that coming your way on September 6th. Then we're going to get you back to the booth with Charles, Bucky, and eventually our Hall of Famer Steve. Guys, he is running super quick to get back to that booth.
Hey, Sherry, tell him to take his time. He needs to milk it in. I mean, he doesn't. I mean, Sherry, when you're a Hall of Famer, you get to stroll back up to the booth. You do not need to be running. Congratulations to our guy Steve,
he made it.
Who has made it in time.
He made it
in less time.
He made it. You know what?
Than it takes us to toss it from one to another.
I'm going to propose to our executives that now that I see Steve make the run, I think we need to have the Rich and Steve runoff. We always see Rich run the 40 at the combine, but after watching Steve cruise down I think we have to go.
Listen, I tried.
Come on, man.
I think we got to put it on there. Woo. Steve, I seen it. And
the form?
The form is there. Everything.
Still got it.
Oh, yeah. I'm taking you over Rich. I think I'm taking you over Rich.
That was the easy part. I just hit about 100 steps.
Steve, you were a receiver back in the day, right?
Outside backer, baby.
He's outside backer.
I was a lot heavier.
My goodness.
That's that elliptical paying off every day.
Yeah, he does.
That's well done. And we see the kickoff with the fair catch, commonly seen in college football.
Appreciate you guys with the pickup.
Hey, the biggest thing, though, before we start, congratulations. Hall of Fame, Steve, and well-deserved, every bit of it. You're up there with Jimmy Smith, Eddie Robinson Jr., Nick Collins, Tyrone Poole, head coach Rudy Hubbard. You deserve to be right there with those Giants because you're a Giant yourself. Congratulations, Steve Walsh.
Look, you guys know how much you guys have helped me do this. Our whole crew, Todd Mossberg, Alan Flowers, our people back at NFL Network. They're the folks, the executives there, they're the ones who help put a game like this on our network and to showcase a lot of these black college players. So sorry for breathing heavy.
Oh, no.
I'm not getting choked up. I'm telling you, I hit about 150 steps.
We got you. Team Gaither opens on offense to start the second half.
Oh, there we go again. Proctor.
He is a great target, Bucky. The size and the willingness to go get the football.
And just putting it together like Steve. Charles. That's Steve over here.
Give him a little time.
But now Proctor being able to go one-on-one on the outside, the run after the catch, we talked about his size, his physicality, but his ability to consistently make plays, certainly high marks and books and no books of scouts.
I think he's a guy who has opened some eyes if people didn't have him on him before. Starting the second half at quarterback is Kelvin Durham from Johnson C. Smith, connecting with DeAndre Proctor from Johnson C. Smith. They will have no problem being on the same page.
All right, Proctor hands that ball off to Jaquan Kelly. Thanks for passing the baton. I'm going to sweat through my suit right now, but these guys are working much harder. Guys, just being on the field, seeing the energy.
Yeah.
Like, by far, this is the biggest crowd that we've had in 5 years at the Legacy Bowl. The energy on the field, the energy with the coaches and players. Like, this is meaning something to these guys.
Well, I would say this, and we were talking about this during halftime, Charles and I, we were talking about the crowd, the energy, the most that we've seen, and you heard Doug Williams talk about this before the game. Best collection of talent that they've had. The gameplay has been probably the best that we've seen in terms of how clean it's been and the efforts of the performance and production.
Much better. Definitely the best we've seen so far.
All right, second. Under pressure. Durham.
Is that Reed Pulliam?
Oh.
Was that Reed Pulliam, number 7?
It looks like
number 1, or is that?
It is a number 1. We changed now. The typical number 1 on this roster would be Kelby Givens, the 3-time first-team All-SWAC defender from Southern. He is not playing, so we're seeing a nameless player. Somebody switched jerseys right here, and I think it's Bryce Cage.
Okay, Bryce Cage switching from 45 to 1.
And before the game, I saw him, and his 45 jersey was a little snug.
So there he is,
having a hard time breathing.
Well, he has played a very nice game, whether he's wearing 45 or 1.
Yep, 3rd and 8. Connects with Jaquan Kelly out of the backfield. Kelvin Durham does.
Might be a little
really
bit
nice
short.
pickup.
Might be just a touch short.
Looks a touch short. You see the players. You see Caden Davis looking at the sideline like, hey, it's real quick. I think, guys, this might be like the old Pro Bowls when the later it got into the game, the more these guys are going to go for it. Like, Coach, don't punt it right here.
No, we're not punting football.
We're trying to win now.
Okay, you see a 2 tight end look, a balanced tight end look. We haven't seen that much today, so Durham gets set to take the snap out of the pistol.
I've never been crazy about gun on 4th and short.
It's college football.
It's everywhere.
Durham
There you go.
Headlock off to Kelly. He's out of the gate. Can he get all the way home? No. Touchdown saving tackle by Carlos Donovan off the corner.
So as I was saying, Dunn on 4th and short is the absolute perfect call. I mean, I love the formation, but the blocking up front was outstanding. And how quickly, Bucky, did he find the hole and get to it, Jaquan Kelly?
Yeah, you got to like the way that he was able to explode. Little zone play to the left, cuts it back to the big play, takes it inside the 10.
I'm sorry, Steve, go ahead.
1st and goal on the 8. As Durham, it's been a run-heavy drive right here.
Noah McKinney at pivot in terms of center, number 62, setting them up front.
Oh, look at that. That's nice.
Again, how does that help him translate trying to take the next step?
Well, everything, not only on the field at the position in terms of being a wide receiver, but special teams. Just can't find guys 6'3", 220.
That's a really well-thrown football, too, to understand who he was throwing it to and what advantage he had over the defensive back. Put it up there and let him go get it.
So the PAT is good as Team Gaither takes the lead. DeAndre Proctor with the touchdown catch from Kelvin Durham. J.C. Smith to J.C. Smith. That's some Golden Bull love. We'll be right back. The All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl. Here at Yulman Stadium at Tulane University, we're starting the second half of the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl. But before the players took the field, Tremaine Jackson, the head coach of Team Robinson, had some words for his team.
This might be your last 30 minutes. Might be your last 30 minutes, bro. Go get it. It shouldn't be 13-13 when we get back in here. We should be on the winning side. We good on that? Yes, sir. Team Rob on 3. 1, 2, 3. Team Rob.
Heat check, heat check, heat check, heat check. What it is? Onside. 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 Onside.
All right, the Prairie View coach, Tremaine Jackson, shouting out his team. Came up and gave him a touchdown on the opening drive. But Bucky and Charles, we're now joined by Black College Football Hall of Famer class of 26, Jimmy Smith, former Jaguars wide receiver, but more importantly, the Jackson State standout. How much does that mean to you to have your name called and your university attached to that in a moment like this?
I mean, it gives me chills. You can see every time I hear that. I'm overwhelmed and extremely grateful, and for the acknowledgement of making the college Black College Hall of Fame. From the likes of Doug Williams and Shaq Harris and Mel Blunt. I idolized these guys growing up, and now I'm here with them.
Unbelievable. So then, Jimmy, you walk this path that these guys are hoping to walk, coming from HBCU, going to the National Football League. Talk about some of the challenges that they may face as they make the adjustment.
Well, they're going to face challenges in scheduling, nutrition. They're going to, the weight room, and last but not least, but the playbook. And that was some of my challenges when I got drafted by the Dallas Cowboys, understanding the playbook. So I'll tell a lot of these guys, get your stances down, come off the ball, keep your shoulders square, and study your playbook.
Nice little inside run there by a Jackson State alum, right? Isn't that Denario Davenport?
Denario Davenport, who's a really good player. You saw him at Jackson State this year, too, as part of that dynamic tandem they had with Ahmad Miller.
Exactly. Looking forward to the new quarterback that we have at Jackson State. I'm just extremely excited to see what he's going to do this year.
Jimmy, when you were a second-round draft pick.
Yes.
Right. We don't see that coming out of HBCUs anymore. What do you think the biggest change has been in that swing to most of these guys either getting drafted late or signing as undrafted free agents?
Well, I think NIL has done a lot in these guys being drafted. The main thing is these guys, skill-wise, these guys can compete with the best. The skill positions, I think, in the trenches is where you'll see guys struggle to make it to the NFL.
Yeah, you talk about skill-wise, Davenport.
First down.
Yeah, just got Cameron Smith for a hold out in the open field. You just mentioned the trenches. That was a tough one, but
yes.
Cameron Smith's had a good week here. Jimmy, for me, the question is always how we revere the past.
Yes.
But at the same time, we were all kids.
Yes.
How often did kids know who the past guys were? So what's it like when you go back and interact, whether you're at Jackson State, whether you're with the Jaguars, coming here to the HBCU, being introduced to a Hall of Famer has to get their attention.
It does.
But at the same time, they're like, all right, who's this guy again? Because we all were that way.
You know, I instruct him to go straight to YouTube and Google me. Deal, and it went over great, so hopefully we'll get a deal from Meta pretty soon.
Jimmy, when you look at some of these young men, you talk about how the talent is there and maybe some of the discrepancies or challenges they have. Today, the way these guys are competing, it's an all-star game. It's not Jackson State against Alabama State. What have you seen out here?
I'm seeing a lot of young, raw talent out here, and much more than when I came out. And I'm looking forward to seeing some of these guys get drafted. I'm amazed at some of the size and the speed that these guys display. And I just wish the best of luck to them.
Who was that?
That was Reggie. It looked like it was Reggie Davis, the running back out of Alcorn, who is a fantastic two-way type of player. So Buck, you guys had some time together.
We did have some time together, and not only Jay Smoot and I, but Eddie Robinson, who's in that class. We were all together. But Jackson, one thing I remember is they were like, Buck, you ain't SWAC. So they would talk about the SWAC and those things. So talk about the pride that you guys would carry with you into the locker room in terms of being an HBCU grad.
Well, we were role models, and, you know, we have a lot to live up to. We stand on a lot of guys' shoulders who played before us, the Walter Paytons, the Doug Williams, the Shaq Harris, like I said before. And those guys have been an inspiration to us. So we stand on the shoulders of these guys. So that's why this game means so much to us.
I've seen Reggie Davis get another carry, slithers through some tackles, getting ready to get subbed out. You talk about standing on the shoulders, and you saw this firsthand because you were shown, and members of the class were shown a lot to these young guys to help them understand.
Correct.
That, how do you think it translated? What were maybe some of the things that some of these players said to you or showed the love they showed you this week?
You know, just the respect and, you know, especially the Jackson State guys, they've heard my name, you know, year in and year out, and now they get a chance to meet me. And, you know, it's great to have a conversation with these guys.
All right, as we are now seeing Team Robinson, 2nd, 6 on the 47, try to tie this game up. Noah Bodden is under center. Lets it rip. Armand Harris out of Clark, Atlanta. Ball is a little bit behind him, couldn't get spun around back enough to catch it. As now we move down, move to 3rd down here, big 3rd down for Team Robinson.
On a 3rd down like this, Jimmy, when you go back to the huddle, what are you telling your quarterback?
Throw me the ball. Throw me the blank ball.
What was your go-to route? What was the route you love to run? I can tell you what it is. It's going to be 3-by-1. Jimmy's going to be on the backside. He's going to look at Mark Brunell, and he's going to look at the alignment of the cornerback, and they're going to make a decision off that.
Gerard Sims with a tough run over the left side. Guys, we've seen Sims out of Florida Memorial with some tough runs. Of course, he had a touchdown here earlier. But again, some good blocking.
Nice job leading up there. Was that Traviante Abner, number 13, the tight end. He became a lead blocker. We've seen him make some nice catches this game. Watch number 13 in black. Lead up into the hole. Sims reading off of that. cuts out to the perimeter. Another nice block out on the edge by Armand Harris, number 3, the wide receiver. Jim, you blocked a few people along the way as a receiver. I know you caught a ton of passes, but you had to block a little bit because you guys ran the heck out of football in Jacksonville.
We had a guy named Fred Taylor. Yep. We had a guy named Natron Ming. We had a guy named Maurice Jones-Drew. So you never knew when these guys were going to break in the secondary, so you didn't want to be the guy to not make the block.
Not make that block.
He's out of here.
Intercepted. It looks like number 16, Aaron Harris, out of North Carolina. A&T, he stretches it out for the touchdown.
Oh, he went out of bounds.
Right before he got to the goal line.
Calling him out, but did the ball get across? They're calling him out. What a play by Harris.
Interception. The runner on the return was out of bounds at the 1-yard line. First down, Team Gaithers.
He had this play dialed in before the snap was taken.
He did.
He never retreated in his back pedal. He was breaking on the football. He became the receiver instead of defensive back.
So, Jimmy, what do you see on this play?
It's just like Charles said. Once a defensive back, changes and becomes a receiver, there's something on the guy, or right on that guy.
Oh, we got to go to pylon cam on that.
Aaron Harris would love to have replay right now.
See if the ball is over where it looks like his side may have hit the paint, but the ball looked like it may have crossed the line.
Now, it depends on where exactly they called him out, because they called him out on that left foot before the dive as the bowling pins. He didn't have to convert the 7-10 split there. He just got a strike. What a great play. And I know we do not have replay for this game, but I think I might have given him a touchdown on that one.
I'm a chastised for not being able to finish. If you take it all the way back and get stopped at the 1, what are we doing?
By yourself.
He just run.
Well, he hesitated about the 22-yard line.
Well, Jimmy, that monkey got on his back.
That monkey got on
He
his
was looking and hoping.
Carrying that piano around.
Kelvin Durham lines up in the shotgun. Jaquan Kelly takes the handoff. He gets stacked up in the backfield. Tony Roundtree out of Savannah State was in on the tackle, as was Darian Bell out of Savannah State. First team all SIAC linebacker.
They made a nice play, but I think the bigger play was made by the offensive lineman getting stopped in the hole and the running back running right into his back.
Yep.
So now you're seeing both sides, the quarterback, as you're seeing Durham having to run to the sideline to get the communication. Remember, the first half and I guess the rest of the game, the helmet-to-helmet communication didn't work for Team Robinson.
Well, the rule standard, right? If one guy's communication is out, the other side has to put theirs down as well.
Handoff to 25, Jaquan Kelly, easy. He gets the fantasy points after the interception by Aaron Harris gets him down to the 1.
I mean, that's right in the middle. That looked like Noah McKinney, 62. Corian Sharp, 59. Roger Smith, 73. Look at them. All of them matched up with a defender, and that hole was gaping.
Jaquan Kelly out of Winston-Salem State. These running backs for Team Gaither are having themselves a game so far, and Kelly, that was just a strong drive by him. He's had a few. And now Andrew Brown out of North Carolina A&T sets up for the PAT.
Now, he told me in practice this week that he's gotten a late invite to the scouting combine for the kicking session.
How about that?
So congratulations to him. He has to Indianapolis for his opportunity to show his wares.
And he converts. Go up 27-13. Jimmy, my new class member, teammate forever. I appreciate you for coming up and joining us.
Congratulations to you again.
Congratulations to you. And by the way, I got up here like a minute before you.
You were faster than me. You didn't need any Jordans to begin with.
Congratulations to you both. Well deserved.
All right, Team Gaither on the board again. They go up 27-13 here in the 5th All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl. We'll be right back. All right, Team Gaither with the lead. It was set up by this interception by North Carolina A&T cornerback Aaron Harris. He's hoofing it down the sideline. Doesn't quite get to the end zone. Gets touched out at the 1, but he's still celebrating anyway. That's a strike.
Yes. You good? You good, boy. Boy. Who said DBs can't catch, baby? Who said DBs can't catch? I really caught that one.
Reflexes, gentlemen, reflexes. Okay, Bucky, here you go. You see the stats on Aaron Harris, who's had a very strong week here as well, practice.
Yeah, very strong week. And what I like most about the interception, Charles was alluding to it. We call it key to three. He's sitting off in coverage. His eyes are on the quarterback. He sees the quarterback stop to pull up, immediately jumps the route, keeps his eyes on the throw, makes the pick. Should have been a pick six.
Take it all the way through. Key to three. What's the key to three? What's the three?
So what we're doing is we're keying the three-step, but because it's in the gun, we're keying a catch, rock, and throw.
Yep.
The quarterback doesn't back up. You don't move. Sit.
Another nice ball.
Nice ball.
Cam Ransom under heavy pressure drops to Mekhi Lovett of Edward Waters. It may be hard to judge on TV how hard and how far he threw that ball at that angle, but under pressure, Cam Ransom.
He's got plenty of arm, guys.
A lot of arm. Give him credit, man, in terms of
best touch
putting it together in the game. Practice week was up and down, but he's been terrific today in game day.
He's been terrific, and not just in those hard driving throws we knew that were in his arsenal, but he's been able to feather a few of them in perfectly today, just as he did with the last one.
So 1st and 10 on the 48. Guys, he's under center, something we have not seen thus far this game.
Look at it, mastering it in a week, because we see this at every All-Star game, don't we, Bucky and Steve?
Yeah.
First day, the quarterback's like, which hand is my top, which is my top? Yeah. They haven't done that. You go to a Pop Warner game now, you won't see a quarterback under center.
Now, what's interesting, Steve, you had a conversation with Tremaine Jackson after one of the early practice days about under center, the challenges. And he talked about, we got to get our guys ready to make the jump to the next level by making sure they have the ability to do all the things that NFL quarterbacks are expected.
And he handed it off to Denario Davenport, but you guys explain why it is important and some of the things you do under center that you're not necessarily allowed to do, or it's difficult to do in the pistol or shotgun formation.
Well, the thing that is advantageous about going under center is not only the run action, but the play action is more effective because you turn your back to the quarterback, the defense loses sight of the ball. But for a quarterback, it's scary because it's a blind look. You're blindly facing the defense, and then you have to get your eyes back to the right spot when you throw.
Denario Davenport out of Jackson State. Look at him celebrating. Up here in the press box, we could hear how physical of a blow he delivered in finishing this run.
And this is what he does really well with his size. Drops his shoulder and finishes through the defender trying to bring him down.
And that looked like inside linebacker Chris Calhoun, an 8th-year player who got there and took the brunt of that blow. 1st and 10 on the 37-yard line now for Team Robinson as they try to counter the touchdown just scored by Team Gaither following the interception.
Trying to get the formation correct from the sideline, yelling at them about who has to flip to what side, and finally they're getting, looks like John McCall to the top side. Also Mekhi Lovett, number 11.
Oh, set of the reverse.
It is Ronnie West on the reverse.
Because if you have runners who are very good at going side to side with their running style, the gun, you can stand gun all day long. But if you get those guys need to get downhill. Those guys need to get straight ahead and go at the line of scrimmage. You've got to be able to run from under center.
Right, 1st and 10 on the 23. Play action. Ransom, the lefty, dumps it off to Dupree. Fuller uses his size to break tackles and get into the end zone for Team Robinson.
Oh,
short, just short.
Just a little.
Inside the 1-yard line, 1st and goal, Team Robinson.
Dupree Fuller out of Southern uses all of that size. 200, he's listed as 225. If that's the case, then I'm about 160.
Watch Michael Lund's number 11. He crashes down so hard inside that allows Ransom to the outside, and then Fuller with 1 broken tackle, 2 broken tackles. Does he get in?
I actually think he's in.
I don't see where he stepped out.
It's the white shoes.
Right there.
It's the white shoes.
That left foot may have hurt him.
He kicked the,
You're right.
Kicked the pylon.
But watch the left foot. Watch the left foot and see if the white touches white.
It would be the next step following this.
Watch the left foot.
This one right here.
Right there.
That's
that
a good
is close.
Isaiah Likely on line 1. As it's 1st and goal now for Team Robinson. Cam Ransom back under center. Reggie Davis in the backfield. Off the left side, Michael Lund's the first defender to get there as he's stacked up. Strong effort on the defensive front right there by Team Gaithers.
Steve, I just got a text, Baltimore fan saying still too soon.
that was 2024.
Still too soon.
Okay, again, we're under the 2-minute rules right now, so that's why you're seeing Team Robinson just kind of take its time to set up and get things going.
They have their big offensive line in. Let's see. Looks like Meeks, number 52's in the ballgame. So I think this is their second unit that's come out and playing. See 77, Tramel Brown.
They're kind of going with a double tight as well. Gerard Sims in the backfield opposite Ransom. Throws the line.
Oh,
no! In the end zone. Intercepted.
Oh, no.
By Vassell. Jelani Vassell, the first team All-MEAC corner.
Bucky,
picks it off.
Bucky, what's rule number 1 about throwing a fade ball?
Oh, you got to put it out there.
Don't leave it short.
Can't leave it short. Oh, man, that's so bad. Such a great drive for them.
That ball's got to be up in the air to give him a chance. Otherwise, you just made a receiver of Jelani Vassell, who comes down with a huge pick.
Team Gaither, 2-touchdown lead, and they deny Team Robinson after a strong drive. We'll be back with more action here, the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl. All right, look at number 62 on Team Robinson. You're looking at another Charles Davis, the offensive lineman out of Florida A&M. Well, RCD is a big part of our draft coverage in April, and that Davis there, he was a teammate of the most recent player from an HBCU to get drafted. Ravens tackle Carson Vincent was selected by the Ravens in the 5th round of last year's draft. And let's look at some of the players who've been drafted out of HBCUs since 2022. And it's an impressive list of some good players, but it's not many.
Yeah, but look at what we have with Kobe Durant with a great run through the playoffs this year. Josh Williams has some Super Bowl rings in Kansas City as a key contributor in their secondary. Hopefully there'll be more guys coming along starting with this year.
Even if they're not drafted, if they can find a way to get in, like Elijah Williams did, like Rob McDaniel from last year, the corner out of Jackson State, as that ball is just thrown away by Kelvin Durham, who's under duress.
I think Elijah Williams played 7 games for the Minnesota Vikings. Actually did the Tennessee Titans preseason package. Their final preseason game was against Minnesota, and Elijah Williams earned his spot that night. I mean, if there was ever any question, he cemented everything that evening with how he played to make the team. So if you're wondering about if preseason counts, it does for guys that are in question.
Absolutely. We're talking about opportunities and finding a way into the league. And once you get into the league, it's on you what you do with it. This showcase game will give some of those guys chances to earn their way into training camp.
All right, 2nd 10 on the 25. Kelvin Durham, again, incomplete to Malik Hunter for Virginia State. 2nd one, he's kind of overshot there to the right sideline. And guys, you talk about more you can do. When Team Robinson lines up on defense, look where number 6 is lined up, Quincy Ivory.
Inside, outside, he's played inside. We talked about him coming into this game, being a stand-up linebacker, putting his hand in the dirt in this game, then moving all the way inside. Sub-package ball, nickel packages where you put your best 4 pass rushes on the field. Maybe he can show the versatility to be able to go inside the rush against guards.
For more on Quincy Ivory, let's send it down to the sideline to Sherry Burris.
Guys, Quincy Ivory made a unique transition from quarterback to defensive lineman. He even did it mid-season. He started his college football career as a quarterback, but he ended up winning the SWAC Defensive Player of the Year. And he told me he uses his IQ as quarterback on the defense, guys.
All right, Sherry, thanks so much. We're seeing Blake Davis on a Grambling. Oh, he doesn't come up short. He gets the interception on the overthrown ball, and he finishes the drill. 7 seconds left to give Team Robinson some life after back-to-back interceptions of their own.
Oh, he'll be at the family reunion this summer.
Absolutely. He'll be the way to put the ball in the paint. We talk about defense turning to offense, making it happen. That is a great interception, but what I love about it is the interception return. When you're playing zone coverage, you're looking for interceptions on tips and overthrows, balls overthrown. Then we make the OSCE call, defense turns the offense, block is in front. More importantly, find the paint, and then we celebrate.
Blake Davis.
The OSCE call remains universal, doesn't it? I was told it was short for OSCE Wow Wow, which meant circle the wagons, is what we were told.
As we see, Jovicic from Mississippi Valley State hit the PAT to bring Team Robinson within a touchdown. Folks, we're going into the fourth quarter with a game. One thing on that drive that we saw, guys, Kelvin Durham, 3 overthrown passes. The last one he paid for.
I mean, and really there was no one in that spot, so sometimes you have a broken route, sometimes a misread. But Blake Davis said, I don't care what it was involved, I am the beneficiary, and I'm going to finish this off. He's played a nice game today.
Yeah, absolutely. Blake Davis. We've seen a lot of good secondary play today. Again, we've seen some of the picks. And Charles, about that, you got all week watching some of these guys. We've got some good physical receivers, but it seems like on both sides, the scouts and coaches were talking about how well some of these defensive backs played.
I would agree with that totally, and watching what they were doing. And it wasn't just the coverage ability. You saw them have a nice understanding about where they're supposed to fit in the run game as well.
Well, guys, as we know, it's Black History Month this month, and one of the greatest titans of Black history was civil rights activist Jesse Jackson. Born October 8th in 1941 in Greenville, South Carolina, Jackson passed away Tuesday in Chicago, peacefully at home, surrounded by family. He'd been living with a progressive and rare neurological condition similar to Parkinson's for more than a decade. We're back at the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl in New Orleans, and there is Saints wide receiver Chris Olave. Just finished his 4th season here with the Saints, had a strong year, got himself a quarterback, taking in some of this action with the top HBCU players that are draft eligible as we start the 4th quarter.
Steve, it wasn't just strong. He was an all-pro this year, Chris Olave.
There we go. They tell me let the analysts sell it.
I was selling the heck out of that.
There you go.
He had himself a year.
Yes, he did. Walker Harris hands that ball off to Jacorian Sewell, the Alcorn State running back. He was supposed to be on Team Robinson, but he had to replace Curtis Allen. As you saw there, he was the Deacon Jones Black College Player of the Year award. He suffered a hamstring injury and did not play. Jacorian Sewell, another dynamic player who paired with Reggie Davis in that backfield with Alcorn.
Yeah, absolutely. We were excited about him, particularly when he was on the other team, because he could have been the featured back. When you watched him in college, dynamic runner, receiver, could do a lot. Let's see if he has more opportunities in the 4th quarter.
All right, Harris takes a snap on 2nd and 7. Lets it rip, throws it behind number 6, J.J. Evans. Now we're 3rd and 7 right here, and we'll see if the momentum gets flipped if Team Robinson can make a stop here.
Steve, quick question. How old do you have to be to understand his nickname of J.J.? Talk about Mr. Evans. Because his real name is Thaddeus.
Oh.
And the nickname is JJ. So how old do you have to be to gain the JJ Evans aspect?
Well, you have to understand what Good Times is. Dynamite, baby.
TV show Good Times. That was Jimmy Walker's character. James Jr., known as JJ.
Right, you're seeing the defensive backs walk up on 3rd and 7. Team Gaither, Walker Harris out of North Carolina Central, takes the snap. He is under some pressure. Oh, another interception. This time it's DeAndre Morris from Alabama State. Back-to-back INTs by Team Gaither after back-to-back INTs earlier thrown by Team Robinson. So these giveaways, it could shift with some defensive stands.
So we talk about single high safety coverage. Cover 3, which we saw the zone. There we had a little man-to-man with this safety playing over the top. Pressure on the quarterback leads to an overthrow. Gotta love the credit.
Okay, Team Robinson with a chance to get the ball back on the plus 50 after Harris is picked off by DeAndre Morris. Boy, do we have some action, and we'll have plenty more when we get back here at the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl. Now back here at the HBCU Legacy Bowl, Team Gaither up 27-20. The Bucky Team Robinson is threatening after this play.
Yeah, after this play, this Quincy Ivory coming off their edge, pressure right in the face of the quarterback. That forced an elevated throw. Those overthrows typically come from the pressure. A defender getting in the paint. Great job by Ivory creating the pressure. He won't get credit for it, but he is the reason why the interception.
But if you're DeAndre Morris, you'll go over there and give him a whole lot of love, don't you?
Give him a little bit.
Because as a free safety, when you created that and they throw me a pop fly, I better go over there and hug those guys.
All right, Cameron Peters, the Prairie View A&M quarterback, is in to finish this off, or at least come in the fourth quarter for Team Robinson, with Gerard Sims out of Florida Memorial at tailback. Sims with the carry.
Nice play.
That was that corner who came up and played the run, because that was a heck of a play.
We do have...
Oh, look. Oh, that's got to be Jaden Carter.
Yeah, looks like Jaden Carter out of Morgan State.
I think he's a quintessential nickel type of a player. And, boy, he had no problem at all putting his face in the fan on that play, did he?
Yeah, let's see how things go. He's trying to get to his feet. And while he does that, once again, look, now it's Cameron Peters' turn to get under center.
Look at this play by Carter. Look at that.
Yeah.
Stands
Beautiful.
up. He's up on his feet now. Took a big blow.
Yeah.
He's getting some water right there.
Yeah, let's let him get over the sideline, get his faculties back. Bucky, he played that the way you would coach it.
He did. Came off the edge, saw the run. Look, outside, play off tackle, outside zone. He comes right off the receiver, attacks it, and it's not one of those knee biters, those ankle biters. He comes up, wraps up, right across the top.
He brought chest in the pads, didn't he?
Guys, just for clarity, we're talking about, how this week is going to showcase for these guys, and this game could be a showcase. But talk about maybe how this pairs with everything they did for all of their time playing football before they got there.
Well, this is the kind of the cherry on top of Sunday. When you think about their career as a scout, you look at all the things they do in the regular season. But this is one more evaluation piece. How they go good on good, best on best. If you fare well in these events, you feel like they're going to play well in the next round.
What a big-time throw by Cameron Peters to John McCall. Look at the pressure in Peters' face right here by Sean Robinson.
It's a better catch, in my humble estimation, because that ball held them up a little bit. That ball's supposed to be more towards the sideline to let McCall go over there and get it. But when he saw it and made the adjustment and came back and snatched it out of the air, that was terrific. And I just want to piggyback very quickly. Yes, a lot of this is about scouting, your opportunity to go to the next level, what have you. The vast majority of these guys, this is it.
Yep.
Last ball game they play, and they've earned their right here. And what a great way to go out with your college career before you start your life's work.
Peters takes out from the shotgun. Michael Lunds once again. Lunds has been dealing pressure.
Incomplete pass. It's second down.
So incomplete pass, no grounding. Lunds has been everywhere, inside and outside, delivering pressure.
Yeah, he is everything that we thought about. When they talk about him at South Carolina State, coming off the edge, being a player that makes impact plays consistently, inside, outside, he certainly is in the conversation as an MVP candidate.
Yeah, you think Lunds is saying don't start engraving any trophies without considering me.
And you see who's going up against. He's going up against Cameron Smith, the left tackle out of Alabama State. He's one of the players scouts are talking most about this week. Peters back under center after being shotgun that last play. Hands it off to Denario Davenport. Breaks a tackle. Gets brought down by Eric Hunter.
How about that?
After just a yard or two gain. So this Team Gaither defense stiffening here.
And, Bucky, how hard is it to be a linebacker in an all-star game? Because you kind of get caught in no man's land, don't you?
Yeah, because you can't do anything. You can't blitz, so everything is read and react. Most of the time, they're throwing the ball on the perimeter, so you don't get to get in the action. You can't show your pass rush skills. So this is a game where you have to find a way, see ball, get ball. Yep. Do whatever you can to get around the action.
And on that last play, Steve and Bucky, Michael Lunds, after that big play, He just rushed the passer. He didn't even think about the ball. He didn't even think about the run game. He was in the backfield looking for the quarterback to throw it.
Look where Lund is lined up right now.
Inside.
Okay, it is now 3rd and 10. They can't run any stunts. He's lined up next to Noah Miles and has a 10.
Who said they can't run a stunt?
They just did it.
Who said they can't run a stunt?
You saw Cameron Peters exploited that.
They won't tell you it was a stunt. That was a natural game. Okay, that's what they call it up front. It's a natural game.
But what's
he
the call?
went inside, so I just went outside.
Would the call be the T?
The TE. That was more of an ET because the end went first and the tackle came behind him. But they will tell you, we didn't call it. It was just a natural game. I just follow football.
But guys, did Peters on that run read that? Like that natural kind of gap that's created
He saw
if you
the
don't
gap.
penetrate?
It certainly opened up for him.
He saw it.
Huge opener for him. He took advantage of it.
Well
Picks
done.
up a first down on the nifty scramble.
Big time play because now it's 1st and 10 on the 12 as Team Robinson tries to even this game up. This is one of the most competitive Legacy Bowl games that we have had in the 5 years that they've had this game. And again, we're seeing Peters go mainly under center again on this drive.
You got a linebacker walked out on a slot receiver down in the bottom of the screen.
Oh, there we go. Bootleg action.
Peters attempted the ball to Ronnie West. It deflected off of him.
That's a big-time play, guys, because that's Max Uren, the linebacker out of North Carolina Central. He's walked all the way out in the slot. They thought they had a play to take advantage of a receiver on the linebacker. And look at that excellent coverage by Uren.
Yeah, Max Uren, you know, again, I cover some of these games for HBCU Go. Follow this.
That was big time.
He's one of those players who's in the frame.
That was big time because his ability to understand, oh, they're going to see this. He was right there on the coverage. So Uren, second team all MEAC, and a 4-year starter in North Carolina Central. He showed his play right there.
And he picked up James Stewart off the end, who crashed and overshot an opportunity to stop it. Okay, Peters now in the shotgun, 2nd and 10 on the 12. Some pressure coming from inside. Sean Robinson, the defensive tackle out of Fayetteville State. He is another one of those lighter edge guys, 240 pounds. That's just effort, Bucky.
It's all effort, and that's a big part of being an effective pass rusher. Can you outwork and outlast the block? And you saw that. Initially stopped, but kept working. Relentless effort results in a sack.
When you're evaluating pass rushers, Bucky, it's not usually the first move that wins for them, is it?
No, it's wearing them down. And when you look at college ball, you see the best pass rushers. Some of them have the talent,
sure,
but a lot of them have the tenacity and just the wherewithal to continue to go after that first move is stopped.
All right, 3rd down and 17 on the 19 after the sack. Seeing Reggie Davis in the backfield. Got very good hands as a receiver, too. A little action up front. They didn't hear the whistle blow, so Sean Robinson was like, I'm coming.
Well,
everybody else stood there.
They had a jump. Nothing was called. He got back, and then everything kind of got a little out of whack from there. As the jump was on the edge.
Rolling on the field as the quarterback was in the grass. It's 4th down.
Yeah, they didn't call the penalty because everything just kind of got out of kilter after they saw the defensive lineman jump.
Yeah, no longer on the field. So that's one thing. You got to play to the whistle. So now Jovicic out of Mississippi Valley State coming on the field to attempt about a 40-yarder.
Can't we get him a better number? 55 for my kicker does not. It's just aesthetically unappealing.
Kickers don't have a choice. Whatever's left in the bin.
I know he wore 45 at Mississippi Valley State. That's better.
Yeah, whatever's left in the bin. That's
55. He looked like he should have a neck roll and a full cage.
You got that John Abraham 55 double nickel.
Exactly.
All right, Jovicic again from about 40 yards. Lefty puts it up, and it is good.
He looks
27-23. So we've got 6 minutes and 42 seconds left in this thriller. The sun is setting over the Mississippi in New Orleans, but this game is far from going dark. We'll be right back. Let's take a look at way to play.
And so what we're going to see is we see Abner, the tight end, on the right, number 13, coming all the way across. He's going to lead through on the outside linebacker. Head across, sets it up. His ability to get on that second-level defender allows the running back to make a cut. Here we see him coming across, size up the defender, gets on him, allows the running back to cut right off his back. Textbook fundamental.
Yeah, nice one. Now, if you're wondering why the teams are named Team Gaither and Team Robinson, Jake Gaither, 25 years as the Florida A&M head coach, 56 seasons with Grambling State coach. He won 6 black college football national titles, 408 career wins. And this is we're talking about Eddie Robinson. I'm talking about the Grambling head coach. Sorry to hear for that. 56 seasons as Grambling's head coach, 408 career wins. This is an homage to these 2 great coaches that these young players need to understand the names on the jerseys that they're wearing.
Phenomenal. And, you know, Rudy Hubbard went into the Hall of Fame class with you, Steve, as head coach at FAMU, winning the national championship in 1AA there. Beautiful ball.
Great catch.
And that's DeAndre Proctor. One more time with a beautiful throw, but Proctor is really showing up big time today.
I'm telling you.
Number 10, defense. The penalty is
Bucky, thing I like most is that he goes and gets the football. Like, he's not just waiting for it. He snatches it out of the air.
People talking about receivers attacking the ball at his highest point, snatching it with his hands. That has been consistent with him the entire day. His ability to catch the ball in his hands, contested or uncontested, does a great job of plucking the ball out the air.
Yeah, William Atkins with the throw, the quarterback from South Carolina State, second team All MEAC. Again, Jacorian Sewell in the backfield with Atkins. Sewell takes the handoff, gets hit at the line of scrimmage by number 1. That's Bryce Cage. He wore number 45 in the first half. That's the edge defender out of Grambling.
I just wanted to finish up real quick with Rudy Hubbard, where I talked about that significant win.
Yeah.
Black college school winning the 1AA national championship, beating University of Miami in a regular season game. Before that, Jake Gaither took his FAMU team against the University of Tampa when they had a ball club. The Spartans, very good team. Black school playing a quote-unquote white school, winning that football game, which was a major deal when that happened at that time. These coaches, significant trailblazers.
Absolutely. There's so many other greats. You think about Big Cat, John Merritt, and some of the others. It's 2nd and 9 on the 43 for Team Gaither.
Big John Merritt, I could smell the cigar smoke.
Atkins hands it off to Sewell, tries to get outside, brought down by 33, Jalil Lenore out of Alabama State. Yeah, Sewell can't hit it, but if he gets an opportunity to pop it, that's a guy who can go. Covered him at Alcorn State, and man, he's got electric. Him and Reggie Davis as a tandem.
Got a little juice to him, is what you were talking about.
Got a little juice to him, absolutely.
This is a big third down here for Team Robinson in terms of wanting to win this football game. Chance to rush the passer. They need to make a big play here, because Gaither is showing signs of, hey, we're going to try to lock this thing down, running the football.
Oh yeah, we'll milk this thing out. We'll run it out.
Yeah, you see the clock running down, just under 4 minutes and 30 seconds left. Atkins takes the snap. He's got the pocket collapsing in his face. Incomplete. Tries to get it to Jordan Smith. Gets pushed out of bounds by 27. Trevor Randall at the end. Let's send it down to the sideline and Sherry Burris.
Well, guys, looking at Bruno Alonso, he's the offensive tackle out of Virginia State, number 74 there. He's an interesting story that he moved from Nigeria in 2016 and started off playing basketball. He didn't even watch football in high school, but he did play basketball and then walked on at the University of Maryland. You see those basketball skills there, but walked on at Maryland, and he is using his height and his, he can almost touch the crossbar, 10 feet tall. It's an incredible story of what he's been able to do in so many short years of playing football.
Great story, Sherry. He followed Henry Frazier, who was at Maryland, down to Virginia State, who said, I can make you an offensive tackle. Just come roll with me. And that's what's worked so far. It's on the return. 81.
This is Leary.
Leary. 15-yard. Trent Leary, Texas Southern.
Made a lot of people miss.
Yeah, so probably a 15-yard face mask. We'll push the ball close to the 40-yard line.
How about him keeping himself alive? What about 3-4 missed tackles to keep himself alive? And then the face mask, if indeed that is the call, his team will benefit for 15 big ones to start this drive.
Yeah, if you see it on the clock, 3:25 left. Let's get the call.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down. Timeout on the field.
All right, here's Leary.
Right there. Looks like Jamal Jones.
Yeah, Jamal Jones got it. So we'll be back. 27-23, Team Gaither trying to hold on. Back at the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl, Rams wideout Xavier Smith got some notice this past season with a nearly 17 yards per reception average. And the former Florida A&M receiver also had more than 550 return yards for LA. And you may remember that he was the offensive MVP in the 2023 game with 8 catches for 92 yards and a TD, and plenty of hurt feelings for Team Gaither in that team. Xavier Smith did his thing, and you're looking at the most valuable players from the previous games that we see right here.
I'll tell you the one that hurts my heart is Davius Richard, quarterback, because he got hurt in this game.
Yes.
And it affected his career and opportunity going forward. And it always just broke my heart because I wanted to see him have his full opportunity to try and make it in the NFL. Now, the quarterback's coach at his alma mater, North Carolina Central.
And he's been coaching Walker Harris, who replaced him once his career ended. Now Team Robinson on the field. Noah Bodden escapes the pressure, lets it rip. Oh, the ball is simply dropped by Trenton Leary as Bodden escaped the pressure and put the ball on Leary. He just couldn't hang on.
Could not have been a better play by Bodden. Because, Bucky, was that not a quarterback drill that comes to life?
Yeah, the scramble drill. Watch everybody. He goes up, he's moving to the right. All the receivers work to the right. If you're deep, you come back. He's there. That would have been an explosive play.
So now 2nd 10 on the 36 as the clock is ticking down to the 3-minute mark. Bodden now in the shotgun. He's got Gerard Sims in the backfield with him. Letting the clock move down here.
Oh, free release. Oh, man.
2 big plays just went by the wayside for Team Robinson.
Yeah, look, that hurts. Talk about the drop on the scramble, and then right there you have a free release on the running back, and the linebacker didn't pick him up or got picked.
And free perimeter. Watch the space behind him.
Oh, man, you talk about a big play.
As he turned, if he would have been able to catch it and turn upfield, there's plenty of turf available for him.
All right, now Bodden, 3rd and 10 on the 36. Of course, now, because of the time of the game, we are in 4-down territory. Team Robinson trying to move the sticks and get closer with an opportunity to win this ball game. As Bodden, the Edward Waters quarterback, set up in shotgun.
This is the 2-minute warning.
So the 2-minute warning. We're going to take a quick break. And we'll be back as Team Robinson tries to rally. Oh, the sonic boom. They put it down. Can Team Robinson do that to come back and beat Team Gaither here at the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl? All right, Team Robinson could have used some All-State on these last 2 drops because they needed some good hands to move the ball with 2 minutes left. Guys, we want to see out of Team Robinson is 3rd and 10 on its own 36.
Yeah, you got to make a play, 3rd down, money down. Got to figure out how to get this done.
Who are my receivers out here?
All right,
is that Kendrick?
Cam Nelson from Mississippi Valley.
You have
Kawada's Knight, the tight end from Grambling. You have options because again, this is 4-down territory.
You got Leary up top, and guys, after a guy has a drop like Leary's, it's often good to go back to him. They tend to make a play for you.
Cornerback's bailing. Bodden with the quick throw. Cameron Nelson.
Great reaction by the DB.
That's Carter. Glad to see him back in the ball game. Boy, how quick was he on that play where he just came up and he made sure on the tackle. Watch number 20 in white. Sees it. Look at him transition. Go.
Great tackle.
And look at that.
Wow.
Make them run that 4th down play. You don't give it to him easily. Jaden Carter.
Yeah.
Bucky, I watched him all week. Nickel, nickel, nickel all day long. got some Marcus Jones aspect to him in terms of size.
Yes.
But that twitch, and that's where I would see him being able to fit in if he's able to get a chance at the next level.
Right, 4th and 6 on the 40. You've seen Carter walk up on the receiver. Minute 14 left. Biden under pressure. Evades the pocket. Will he get enough?
No.
He comes up short and takes a big blow on the back end of that. Just a significant hit by Harold O'Neal out of Hampton.
Now watch number 9, who is at left end. Look at him race.
Real quick, guys. This looks like a friendly spot. He might have gotten the first down here.
There's no way he got that first down. That ball is going on the other way. He's a yard short. Watch that hit. What a finish.
Yep, they just dropped the sticks and the ball was laying there, so my bad.
That's all. That was it.
So what I love about that play is the overall effort that the defense displayed. Quarterback breaks the pocket, is 4th down, and everyone comes running, and they come running with bad intentions.
And very quickly, James Stewart was lined up at left end. They ran a game when he came inside, but he came all the way back out to help make that play with O'Neal.
Ran a game he wasn't supposed to run.
I don't know if he's supposed to run it, but he ran back and stopped them should have stopped them from getting a first down.
All right, so now Team Gaither, 1st and 10 on the 44 of Team Robinson, and they are in position to take
best formation in football.
The best formation in football.
Victory.
Atkins takes the knee.
Team Robinson takes their first charge time out of the quarter. 30 seconds in.
Robert Duvall. Smells like victory.
Smells like victory. College Football Hall of Fame class, Tyrone Poole is the women's flag football coach at Alabama State. A little disappointed. They went 1-2 today, but they've got a chance to rally to get back into it tomorrow.
Nice. All I'm going to tell you is within 3 years, I expect NCAA to have women's flag football.
Oh, yeah.
As a sanction.
At every level.
It'll be scholarship level, the whole deal. 3 to 5 years max.
Yeah, emerging sport. Atkins takes it.
Runs him down.
Hands the ball off. Looks like the
Team Robinson takes their second and final charge time out of the half. 30 seconds in late.
Okay, a minute 2 left. 3rd and 11 for Team Gaither. So, guys, let's flip it to the other side, and let's look at what Michael Lunds has done, the South Carolina State defensive end, Bucky number 11 right there in the white.
Yeah, inside pass rusher, playing out of position, but, man, using his speed and quickness to his advantage. Early in the game, we saw him impact the defense by being able to win. And then when he went outside, able to do the same thing. Dip and rip, runs it down. Just a very impactful performance from a guy who has dominated in the MEAC.
Yeah, first team all MEAC defensive end, led the team, and guess where he actually started his college career and actually has his undergraduate degree from?
Oh, where'd he go?
Right here at Tulane University.
Oh, how about that?
So he played at Tulane, transferred to South Carolina State with Shennis Berry, and does big things there.
So what you're saying is things were pretty familiar with him being back here.
Probably knew where to go in the locker room.
Knew where to go. Turf seemed fine.
He was way around the locker room and everything.
Yeah. Knew where the dining hall was.
Yeah, right. Atkins in pistol formation. A minute 2 left.
Gonna run another ball.
Hands the ball off.
Oh, you got to say it bounds.
Kelly.
Oh, my God.
They pushed him out of bounds.
Oh, my God.
And for a loss.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, young man.
Oh, man. Situational awareness.
This is going to force a punt.
Oh.
We saw number 20, Stamarian Edwards, stuffed him. The punt, South Carolina State punter. Back deep last time. I believe it was Leary. It was Cameron Nelson.
See if Giannis can kill it inside the 10.
Leary, he was back. Contact, nope. We have a touchback, 47 seconds left on the clock. Okay, we're going to see there's contact here.
No, but he didn't fair catch it.
Yep, didn't give the fair catch signal, and the ball went into the end zone. I think that's probably some of the discussion there with Quinn Gray. See if he was interfered with. Ooh.
The ball is 5 yards to 7 yards over his head.
Yeah, there's no way you can get that. Nice attempt.
Good try. I like the effort.
It reminds me of in basketball, the baseline play.
Oh, yeah.
Where you try and set the pick on the defender.
And it flop. Make sure you go down.
It means something.
Absolutely, it means something. I like what they were trying to do, but the ball hitting in the end zone kind of hurts his cause.
All right, Bethune-Cookman quarterback Cam Ransom, who started off this game hot, 47 seconds left and no timeouts to try to rally Team Robinson. Rips it to the sideline.
Good tackle.
Big time catch by John McCall.
Nice tackle. Kept him in bounds. Clock is tick, 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 tick.
That's Vassell again, wasn't it, from Central?
Yes.
To the 31-yard line, 6.
Ransom on the drop, lets it rip. He floats it. Almost caught by Mekhi Lovett out of bounds.
That's in the field of play, though. Jadarius Perkins is all over that.
Absolutely.
All over.
Look at Perkins' positioning.
Oh, yeah. The clock stops. 22 seconds remaining.
So even as an evaluator, you're looking at how guys handle these situations. Defensive backs, can we keep the ball in front? Do we understand the importance of tackling
keep the
and
clock
getting them
moving
down? Yeah, pass rushers. When we need to close out a game, can you finish the game? All those things. And then quarterbacks on offense, understanding clock, time management, all those things.
Bucky, this is a time of the game when, as a pass rusher, pressure is nice, but we want to see you finish, right? We want to see you close
it out.
And see Lund's coming from a 2-point on the inside.
And there we go.
Time. Hit by number 56, Quincy Robinson out of Delaware State.
On the field is a fumble recovered by the defense. First down, Team Gaither. This is the end of the game.
Oh, we ended the game.
Quincy Robinson with an exclamation point. Talk about a victory formation. Bucky, you were just talking about putting pressure on and finishing to close things out.
It's the most important part that you talk about when you're building an NFL defense. Do you have closers, guys on the defensive line that can get it? There we saw the pass rush. 1 sack, forced fumble, game over.
And what a chip Dario Davenport put on number 4, Jamal James. If they had gotten a good play, that chip would have come into play. Yeah. But instead, it was the pass rusher finishing things off. And Coach Dennis Berry wins another.
Just another one.
I mean, Jermaine Jackson at Prairie View's like, come on, man. You got me in the Celebration Bowl to win the Black College Football National Championship. We got me here. But, guys, what about the overall effort we saw today? It was 4 quarters of terror on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, great. No, this was one of the best ones. This is the best one that we've been a part of. The energy from the beginning, the execution on both sides of the ball. We saw a very competitive game. We saw players step their game up in terms of the way that they perform in the game versus practice. All of that. Outstanding effort and energy from the crowd. It was great all around.
All right, we've got some conversations to be had, and so let's send it down to Sherry Burris at midfield.
Steve, I'm here with our winning coaches. And Coach Flowers, I'm going to start with you here. Congratulations on the win. It seems so fitting that your defense was able to close this one out. What they were able to do, the interceptions, just speak to how good your defense played in this game.
Hey, we're used to seeing good defense. Coach Berry prided themselves on great defense, South Carolina State. Johnson C. Smith, we're used to being around some good defense and being in the top 10 every year. And just you got some of the best guys in HBCU. It shouldn't be anything less than that.
And Coach Berry, this week we talked about the opportunity for all of these guys, but looking at what your team was able to do, how do they take advantage of it tonight?
Super proud of our guys. I mean, they came the whole week, and they took advantage of every opportunity they got. The separation is in the preparation. I thought we prepared really, really well this week, and we found a way to go 1-0.
And for you, Coach, this was your second win at the Legacy Bowl. What is the secret to having so much success in this game?
Oh, it's been fun. I'm just grateful to be here. We always tell our guys just take advantage of the moment, take advantage of the opportunity, and I'm just grateful to be around so many great young men, coaches, players. Just a great week. Great week.
Woo! And that's going to cool you off, Steve.
All right, thanks so much, Sherry. Look, guys, you know, we saw Coach Berry getting the ice bucket down there. I mean,
it was a great week right up to that point.
It was a great weekend to that point, and you know, good for him. And look, one of the things that I want to ask you guys about, because we've been here all week, besides the performance we saw out here today, what about the adaptability, right? Guys being asked to change positions, quarterbacks having to learn to go under center, and the fact, again, we came out here and saw it in a game with pretty good execution.
Yeah, it was really great execution. I can't say enough about the coaching staffs on both sides in terms of watching the practices, watching how they built their teams up to game day. A lot of the stuff that we saw today was due to the coaches having great plans and being able to convey those plans to the players.
Yeah, I agree absolutely totally with Bucky saying. The one thing that sticks in my mind is two coaches, one on each team that I talked to during the week, talked about everything you mentioned, Bucky, but they talked about how these kids went out and were coachable. They were allowed themselves to be coached, coming from different places, doing it a little bit differently than before. Coach, we didn't call it that where I played, but this is what we're doing. Both coaches were very complimentary of how the young men adapted.
And the one thing I've noticed about the growth of this game, when it first launched, people didn't know what it was, if it was going to work, right? Do we really want to go to the Legacy Bowl? Now you have players kind of tripping over each other to get here. Coaches tripping over each other to try to win ball games to get here. What about that aspect of it?
Well, it's a showcase event, and it's a showcase event for everyone involved, players, coaches, support staff. And when we talk about some of the things that they've been able to do, the rings for the players, the career fair, all the other things, it's been great.
All right, we have some awards to dish out, and for that, let's send it down to Sherry Burris back on the field.
Well, thank you, Steve. And as you mentioned, this was just an incredible game. So congratulations to both Team Robinson and Team Gaither for an incredible match. And we do want to introduce everybody that we have up here. We have some hardware for our MVPs to give out. But first, we do have the co-founders of the Legacy Bowl here with me. We have Doug Williams on this side here. We also have James Shaq Harris. We have the 2011 inductee into the Black College Football Hall of Fame, Mel Blunt, here on the end with us. And from All-State, Vice President and Head of Sales, Yulman Stadium. Happy to have you guys here also. So incredible. We are going to start with our offensive MVP, and that is our winner, running back Jawan Kelly. All right, Jawan, I got to ask you, man, you got the end zone 2 times. What was working so well for you, and what do you think the kind of show you put on for our fans here today?
Everything with the line was just working in 1 week, so everything was just like flowing with us in week, and it was all good from there.
And what did you take away from this kind of experience in the week as a whole, that you had such an opportunity really to show those NFL scouts what you could do, and also these fans?
What I took from this right here was opportunity. I knew I wasn't like the top dude in they list and all that, but now I am. I'm coming.
All right, that's a message for him. And then we have our defensive MVP is defensive lineman Michael Luntz. Well, it seemed fitting that the performance that this defense had, the interceptions, the fumble recoveries, just how was the defense able to close this one out, particularly sort of on your back?
We're tenacious. You know, we don't give up. You know, we're going to fight for 60 minutes. And that's just it. We wasn't going to lose. We was going to fight the whole time, and that's what we did, and we came out with a win.
And for you personally this week, we feel like you really showed your versatility out there. What are you hoping fans take away from your game?
That I can play football. That's it.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations to all of our MVPs. As we said, Team Gaither, congratulations on the win. And Steve, it was an incredible Legacy Bowl here.
Yeah, absolutely, Sherry. All right, absolutely, Sherry. It was an incredible Legacy Bowl. Jawan Kelly, again, 2 touchdown runs for the Winston-Salem State running back, and Michael Luntz, the South Carolina State edge rusher, the HBCU Go MEAC, I'm sorry, the HBCU Go overall Defensive Player of the Year. So guys, when we see these 2 young men, right, they highlighted, they had a good game, but just the way every other player set them up. There's a lot of people we talked about during the week who maybe we didn't call their names that much during the game, just because situationally maybe it didn't show up. But again, the way these guys showed up.
Yeah, those guys showed up. Everyone who participated in the game, extra opportunities for scouts to put their eyes on them. It certainly benefits them. But think about the brotherhood. These guys are forever connected playing in this game together.
Yeah, and I think that the organizers of this game have a lot to be proud of how this game is developed, how it has evolved, how it continues to grow, and bringing it all and giving these youngsters the experience of a lifetime. because the vast majority of them, that was it.
That was it.
Okay,
Yep.
we can talk about it all we want about going to the next level.
Yeah.
There are very few that have that opportunity. What a great way to go out.
Yeah, typically we see from this game about 10 to 12 players get invited to camps, maybe 4 or 5 stick or get drafted. But at the same time, they get exposed to an awful lot this week, on the field, off the field, and for the rest of their careers, and also them going to HBCUs, getting that unique experience as well. Another fantastic All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl. Team Gaither 27, Team Robinson 23. We want to thank all of our people in the truck back in LA, our whole crew here. Charles Davis, Bucky Brooks.
And we thank you, Steve Weish, for being our quarterback and our Hall of Famer. Well done, sir.
Appreciate you all. Thank you so much for watching the All-State HBCU Legacy Bowl.
Now it's all paying off. Dividends. Check the scoreboard. Did it again. Do the math, baby. Win out the win. Yeah, you're looking at a winner. Let me coach you. I can make a pro out of a beginner. Getting dubs, spring through the winter. That's right. Looking at a winner. Yeah, you're looking at a winner. Yeah, you're looking at a winner. Let me coach you. I can make a pro out of a beginner. Right. Getting dubs, spring through the winter.
Division I sport realm, right? Like he'd be the wonder. Just one of the most creative and brightest minds in football.
Valley attack has attracted high visibility and